up, Woodward? We are starting off your day with a brand new crew. Meet Broder.
I can't control my arms sometimes. My limbs are just kind of flying.
Detroit Kool-Aid.
Fired up!
Y'all got Kool-Aid.
I'm fired up! But with the Wake Up Woodward crew, he's actually a part of the family.
Flannel Sam.
Ask me about my wiener. Okay.
Along with JB and KG. Wake Up Woodward gets you all of your Detroit sports talk. Every morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Live on Woodward Sports. A show for Detroit, by Detroit, with people from Detroit. Tell Siri to set an alarm. Because it's time to Wake Up Woodward.
What up, though, people?
Hey, yo.
Hey, it's a Friday show on a Thursday for Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off the day with the Woo crew.
Let's go.
We got 4 to start 5. Flannel will be on Big D Energy today. We do got the 6th man in the building, that dude, Justin.
Yes, sir.
What up, though?
I don't think Flannel is on Big D. I think his vacation started.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
out.
vacation.
That
That's
man,
right.
utility player needs some time off.
Yeah,
It's a
he's-
good time to take a vacation. Flannel has been running mad all over this
There you
place,
go.
filling on all different shows. You know, he takes a lot.
Shout out
Yeah.
Donnie Kelly, baby.
Hey, you know what? He takes no days off. He deserves it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He really does, man. Shout out to Flannel. Enjoy your time, my brother. Enjoy your time. You know what? I just saw, let me see who.
What, a
Steve-O,
Fernando
baby.
Tatis Jr. jersey? Sorry.
I did. I just want to get this in there real quick. Steve-O, baby, he said, Kool-Aid, is there going to be any Pistons talk? I don't know if there's going to be any Pistons talk today, but I do got a little bit of news from some sources.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Hey, we are supposed to have a press conference announcement.
Oh
next
my
week.
God.
Let's go.
Let's rock.
Let's go.
Let's
Wow.
rock.
I'm so
Let's rock.
excited a press conference.
Hey, you
Finally.
heard it
For the guy
here
you
first.
hired?
Yeah.
Wow.
A couple weeks ago.
What a thought.
How many weeks ago?
Like 3?
Did they actually hire him, or did he just change his Twitter? Like, is he actually a Pistons employee?
Like all these
I think
guys
he
are
just
just changing
changed
their
his
Twitter
bio.
bio.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what?
Shoot, I'm
Wow.
gonna
Let me see
change
if it
my
works
Twitter
for
bio
me.
just
Yeah.
to.
It's the
What a
Gen Z
concept.
thing to do.
Yeah, instead of scrubbing your bio from the team you're leaving, you're talking about the team you want to be hired by. Like
Yes.
he's just that's manifesting the job that you want. That's wearing the clothes you want for the job you want in the future, not the job you have.
Hey, you know what? People like the polos, man. JZJ, I like the polos.
We are rocking the
That
polos,
was
aren't
right.
we?
Poloed up.
Polo
Hey,
gang.
let's rock. You know what? Got a lot of business to handle today.
Yeah,
It's a lot on the docket.
let's go.
Oh, man. But you know what? Shout out to our elite booth as well. We got in the sound booth Detroit's #1 draft pick. You've already heard from him this morning, but still, Black Hollywood in the building.
You know it.
What up,
What's
though, KG?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I'm having a good day, man. Went to that Tigers game last night. What
Oh.
a brutal showing that was, man. Jesus Christ. I don't even know how they put up the 5 runs, to be honest with you, but they did, still lost. It's crazy,
5
man.
runs, you said?
Reese got touched up, man. Yeah, they rallied in the 8th. It was bad, though. They still gave up 2 more runs in the 9th. And
As many
there's your
runs
ball
as
game.
that special new section that they have there, right? Behind home plate.
Oh,
Premium seating.
whatever it's called.
I guess I was technically in premium seating. Shout out to my older brother, Junie, man. He always come through with the tickets, man.
What's his name?
Junie.
Junie.
Charles Green Jr. So that's
Junie.
Hey,
so I call him
shout
Junie,
out.
but yeah,
I
shout
like
out
it.
big bro.
And we're going to talk Tigers, but it felt like they scored 5 runs, but it felt like they scored 0. Like it was a very weird. The last 2 games have been so weird, and that's not a very descriptive, creative word.
Yeah.
But they've been weird,
It's
strange,
It's just baseball,
Odd.
man.
baseball.
And I know we say we don't like defense, or shout out to Flannel Sam, defense doesn't matter, but
Apparently.
the Tigers have effectively lost the last 2 games because of poor defense.
Weird,
Bro.
Weird how that works, huh?
Yeah.
That's been my thing.
Weird.
Regardless of if the bats are going or not, or even if the bullpen is the strongest, it seems like the Tigers go into their funks when their defense is horrible and those errors start to creep up.
And weird, when did some of the errors happen? I believe there was an overthrow on a stolen base.
Yep.
I believe someone reached on a bunt single.
Yep.
All these things to put the pressure on a Major League Baseball defense. Apparently they don't matter,
Yeah, not at all.
but apparently they do. That was close. That was
Shout out to Woodward Sports MVP in the TD booth. It is JBSMOOOOOV.
Hey, yo, talk shit now, Dallas. Now what? Now what? Now what?
You called
my
it.
God.
But again, also give a shout out to, I know we had a caller earlier this week, Charles. Hopefully he's in the chat. He reached out to me the other day trying to get the sites that I, basically do all my helmets and memorabilia from as well too. He just wanted to express his feelings of us as being a support system for all the Detroit fans and everyone that we have in our chat, to be a voice for them as well too, just to express their love and their passion for all the Detroit sports teams that we have out here. So shout out to you, Charles, my man.
Yeah, shout out to you, Charles, and Steve-O, baby, and Jan, QT, MJ, Greg A. I'm just shouting out everyone in here. Rando Smalls, we appreciate y'all for being here. Ryan, what's up, dude?
Hey.
Mike Reed, Brendan Dillinger. The man has great size. Brendan Dillinger,
Absolutely.
very, very strong supporter, even greater size.
Let's
Albert, G41, that guy 62, of course. JZJ, Eric Burrow, Goats, Dad with Tourette's. We got some OGs in here. Phil,
Call him out,
what's
call
up,
him out.
dog? Phil, did you know Phil in our chat? He makes like incredible guitars.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
like makes guitars.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's
very
sick.
talented
Yeah, that
dude.
is dope.
That's sick.
That's
Yeah,
pretty dope.
shout out to you, Brad Hendricks. Yo, what up?
What up, though?
Yeah, if I missed you, I'm gonna get to like bada bing, bada boom. My dude, Mitten Maid.
Well,
got
you
a
guys
lot of
already know.
G's in the chat. We got a big show playing today. Let me tell them about it.
Tell them about
We're
it.
going to talk Tigers in this first segment. Review last night. Talk about this series coming up. It hasn't been a good first two games of this national series. Then we're going to get into the Lions. We're going to talk Lions defense today because we got to meet some of the new defensive coaches the other day, plus Calvin Sheppard, a coach that we have learned to love. And I love Calvin Sheppard more and more each time he talks. Got some great clips from him, from Terrell Williams, Deshae Townsend, Jim O'Neill.
Hey.
I knew a little bit about him before, but after I saw him talk, like I dove back in. I was like, wait, I forgot we have Jim O'Neill on our staff. Figured out what he's doing. He talked a little bit about his role with the team. Makes me even more excited about this defense, this team, this coaching staff. 9 o'clock. We got a draft coming in hot. We have a chat-driven draft. You guys got the number 1 overall pick in this draft. We're going to be talking all decade NFL draft picks. So the best draft picks in the last 12 years. We're going to go 1 through 16 today. And if it goes well, we'll finish up tomorrow. But the chat has picks 6, 14. Chat 1, 6, 11, and 16. So you guys got 4 picks today. I'll explain it more when we get to that segment. But there were some articles written and some Lions left out. I just want to get the sense from the crew and from the chat. Hey, since 2015, who are some of the best players that have been picked? Some have been in the last 2-3 years. Some are in that 2015 draft. So I was inspired by this article I read, and I'm excited to get your guys' take.
Hey, you know what? Have some fun conversation about it, man. Talk about some greats.
Yeah.
And talking about football, you can never go wrong. I love it, though, man. A lot of Lions on the docket today. I'm sure the chat family is excited about that. And as always, you guys are the most important part of the Woo crew. Go ahead and smash that like button. Satisfy that like button.
Treat her good, man.
Treat her good,
We
man.
need to-
Listen to Black Hollywood.
We need some romantic music. Like, is there a way we can like turn the lights down when we ask for the
Dim those
lights?
lights.
Yeah, like make it something.
Maybe JB can pick up some
Romantic.
graphics.
You want some
to
freaky
pop up
time,
on
huh?
the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah, freaky time. Freaky time.
Hey.
69 got over here.
$24.99.
2-4-50.
You know what?
You want to
Let's
warm
get
up?
into it.
You wanna-
Let's warm up, man.
First
Get my
question,
stretches in.
first statement of the layup lines. I need all your creativity involved. Then I'm going to hit you guys up individually. So this is, I need your wrong answers only.
Okay.
Wrong answers only. Guys, define for me torn medial retinaculum
What?
allowing dislocation of posterior tibialis tendon.
I broke my vertebrae.
What? What?
All right, here we go. Torn medial retinaculum allowing dislocation of posterior tibialis tendon. Wrong answers only.
Broken
Like
penis.
your heel?
Broken penis. Like, you know that dictionary game back in the day?
Yeah.
You ever play it where it's like, here's a random word,
Yeah.
define it, and then we'll see who has the
man.
right one?
Bro.
I don't know if we can actually do that here, but this
That
is
dude
Kristaps
Justin.
Porzingis' injury.
I tore the muscle off my butt bone. Does that make
The
sense?
butt bone.
Yeah, what would that fit? The retinaculum?
Yeah.
You tore your retinaculum?
Yeah,
Or
somewhere.
retina be an eye?
Yeah.
I've never heard of
This
such a
is
thing.
wild.
It's
bro.
only Kristaps can come with an injury like that.
Yeah.
Only him.
Spell
This
his
is made
last
up.
name.
Can't do it.
Spell his full name.
P-O-R. No.
Z. Is there an S in there?
Bro.
There is an S in there.
I wonder what a chart or a poster would look like with all of his injuries throughout his NBA career.
It'd be
Yeah.
like an operation game. Seriously. Like there. Seriously, it'd just be Chris Stapps laying on a board.
Snap.
All right, well, moving on. Kool-Aid, I'm going to go with you on this one.
Yes, sir.
The NBA Finals are over, Celtics in 4.
You know what? Yes. He's over there cracking up. Man, look, this series, I really believe they had an opportunity to go the distance before it started. I thought that Kyrie and Luka, especially what they did in the Western Conference, had an opportunity to really, really have some magic going, and it was the complete opposite of that. The Celtics, they've been on a mission. They've looked exactly in this finals the way that they have during the Eastern Conference playoffs, and they're on a mission, man. I believe as well, we talk about how this is legacy defining for Jason Tatum. For what this is for Jaylen Brown, he's proving that he is not just a sidekick, but he's definitely one of those kind of 1B type players.
Yeah. Joe Mazzulla, he's having a hell of a series. And the farther we go, I'm like,
Joe.
wait, Brad Stevens, he's an architect of this too. He's building himself a legacy.
Yeah.
It sort of feels like they are
He's going to
done.
be one of the greats.
He
Brad
might-
Stevens.
he might
He's already on that path.
Bring him home?
Man.
Bring him home?
He ain't coming home.
I know. I know. Remember he was at Butler with Gordon Hayward?
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Justin. Hey, man.
Hi.
Tonight's Stanley Cup Finals, Game 3. Hi, that's like the
Put some
opposite of
bass in your
Spitmo
voice.
Rags.
I know. I was trying to do something different, but similar.
I dig it. Tonight's Stanley Cup Finals, Game 3, is the biggest game of Connor McDavid's career.
Yes, 100%. Especially with Barkov's status being not there. He practiced yesterday, but they still don't know. He's still day to day. He has to. They have to win this game. If they don't win, if they lose in Edmonton, it's a blow to the it's a blow to the back. They're getting stabbed in the back. The series is over if they lose in Edmonton tonight. They'll have no chance of coming back. There's no way Florida doesn't win one game of the next 4 games.
Yeah.
2 of them at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is the biggest game of Connor McDavid's career and his legacy.
Yeah. I was about to go, is this a must-win game for Edmonton? Of course it is. But now pushing it that next level, Connor McDavid, there's some legacy on the line. He's going to go down as one of the greats, but like you gotta make a push in this Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, he needs it. He needs it 100%. And it's not like the NBA where it's so superstar driven where you can make it back to the finals year in, year out, like you see with Boston's done it, the Warriors were doing it, the Cavs were doing it. That's not a thing in hockey. It's not usually not the same 2 teams in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
It's a league of variety. And due to that fact, it's going to be tough for him to get back, especially with how his team is constructed and not being deep or with good enough goaltending. So it's the biggest game of his career, 100%. And he's been quiet, been quiet this series. So I would expect an offensive explosion from Edmonton tonight, and I'd expect them to put up at least 3 or 4 goals and win the game.
I dig it. Can't wait to talk about Game 3 with you tomorrow morning. We'll get a segment in on that for sure. JB,
What's up?
the Lions working out kicker Jake Bates.
Hey.
Something or nothing.
That's something big. That's something major.
Is that Brendan Dillinger?
I mean, it's
Say it
along
with your
those
chest.
lines. It's along those lines. Honestly, the kicking game, it's been kind of mediocre. You want that kicker in place right now, and I think Jake Bates is that person. I know he's got to do his rounds with all these other teams, but as of right now, if he comes back to Allen Park, lock him in a closet until he signs a contract. We need this man on this team. Like, he has experience kicking that forward field. He just seems like a home person. He just seems like a Dan Campbell guy. So please do whatever you can, Lions, to keep this man in Detroit.
Hey. So give him the DJ Reader treatment.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Keep him
Definitely.
I
home.
love that story.
Oh,
They wouldn't let me leave.
You can't.
Literally.
Kidnapping.
You can't.
This might be one. At the very least, it is competition. Like,
Yeah.
First off, Turner is bringing the competition already
Yeah.
with Badgley, but even if Bates doesn't end up being that guy, the hype around him, the leg, the ability to kick 67-yarder,
Yep.
Yeah,
64,
close
60
to 70.
Like, at least that puts pressure on Badgley, and kicking.
Yeah.
Kicking's all about pressure. You got to be able to deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it is that it's not one of those things that's just a cute story. Like he kind of flipped a couple tricks and the Lions are just it's a situation where he's a legitimate candidate to be able to bring some legitimate competition, like you said. And I look forward to it. I know KG definitely is looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because you're hoping that in this coming season, Dan Campbell has all that he needs to make what you call probably the more right or smarter decision as it relates to these 4th down.
Just a little less emotional. That's all. That's all I want. But yes, we do want a reliable kicker. And with the new kickoff rules and things, I think it's imperative to have a long ball hitter. And if you got a guy that can hit 60 plus yards, you can't tell me that's not an asset to your team.
Yeah.
Man. Seriously.
Yeah. All right, to get us warmed up for the Tiger segment coming up. Last one to you, KG.
All right.
Oh my God.
Tigers should be more concerned with Reese Olson, Casey Mize, or Kenta Maeda.
I think Kenta Maeda, because he is the one with the long-term deal here. They signed him for 2 years. And just so far, it's been bad, man. He doesn't even look confident when he goes out there. He kind of starts sweating before the game even starts.
Well, that's just because you can see the sweat with these Fanatics uniforms.
I get it. But that doesn't put much confidence in me that he's going to go out and have a good outing. Yeah, he's just been getting touched up, man. I know all those pitchers that you name have been having bad outings lately. Reese Olson in particular last night got touched up, but I expect more from him and Casey Mize going forward. But Maeda, he kind of is what he is.
Yeah.
We know he was a slow starter, but man, it's been rough.
Yeah, let's talk more about that. Definitely maybe a focus on Reese Olson coming out of the break. But first, let me tell you about Planet Fitness, because it is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all their memberships include fitness training. You get it all for $10 a month. No commitment, no matter where you are. There's a Planet Fitness close by. There's 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world, so go check them out. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness, and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Guys, are you dealing with divorce, child custody, visitation, or other family law issues? Well, Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham, they'll have your back. They got 10 plus years of experience. They have 24/7 availability. So scan the QR code above my head or call 248-971-0476. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you, and KDK will pay your filing fee. How about that? KDK Law, they've got your back.
Let's go. And you know what? Wake Up Woodward got your back as well, chat family. We hope that you guys have ours as well. Let's zoom on through this light goal today. It gets the stream out there into the algorithm, and it helps Woo-Woo get a little bit more support. Shout out to Flano as well, who's out on vacation. We got 4 to 5 here. We got that dude Justin as well, the 6th man. And we got to talk about these Tigers, these Lions. It's going to be a good show.
It is. It is. There's not going to be much Bears talk, but
yeah,
Tigers and Lions. Weird transition out of me. Anyways, Tigers, they blew another opportunity last night. They had their they had made a comeback, then they blew it. They were inching close to taking down the Nationals, and they blew it. And it wasn't a great outing out of Reese Olson again. He struggled his last 3, but the Tigers are still in it. And when you're playing teams like the Nationals, you have to take care of business. You can't be. You start off the game with the Matt Vierling solo home run. When that happens, you need to channel that energy into having one of those offensive outbursts that we've come to expect, once every 2 weeks. Just out of nowhere, this offense explodes. And whether it's an 8-run explosion or not, when Matt Vierling or you get a leadoff home run, you got to jump all over that pitcher. You got to get him out of the game early, especially in a 3-game series in the middle of the week against a weak team. You got to get to that bullpen early so that those guys aren't available later in the game when you need to make a comeback or when you need to close the door, because that's what happened in this game. They made a comeback. Riley Green even hits a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th to bring it even closer to 7-5. but it wasn't enough.
It was pointless at that point.
It wasn't enough. Some of those relievers, some of the Washington National relievers, they came in, they just shut the door on these Tigers hitters that either can't catch up to their fastballs that are 97, 98, 100, or the off-speed stuff. They're swinging at them. They're striking out. It was weird that there were, how many? Three guys with 2 hits apiece. Green, Canna, and Urshela. That sounds like a formula for success, a win.
Yeah.
Your 3 top hitters, I'd say 3 of your top hitters, I would say, get 2 hits apiece. And Wenceel Perez adds 3 for 4 day with a walk. But
what they do best is strand runners on base.
Yeah, you tell me that, and you tell me Reese Olson's on the mound, even forgetting about the last 2 days, I'm thinking, oh, this Tigers team is winning this game. But no, they come out with their second loss in a row to the Nationals, a 7-5 loss at home against a team that is, they're streaking a little bit, 5 in a row for the Nationals, but you got to take care of business at home because what you have coming up ain't so fun, and that's a 3-game series at Houston, a 3-game series at Atlanta. Then you welcome the White Sox, and then you welcome the Phillies. So you got Braves, Phillies, and Astros.
This can get ugly quick. You know, I'm trying to hold on to the fact that up to this point in this season, we've seen the Tigers take some dips, but we've also seen them kind of resiliently fight back. You told us to expect a roller coaster all season, but that the expectations overall would probably be the same. This team hovering around 500. That's what they've been all season. This stretch for them, though, is going to be season-defining.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really going to be season-defining because every game now, you're getting closer and closer to that deadline. You got decisions you have to make. What type of team are you going to be? You are 3.5 games, still out of the wild card, so you're still within play. But right now, you're not trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I know, Justin, you look like you're over there trying to keep it together, brother.
Right I am 100%.
You were there.
I'm trying to
the other night.
I'm trying to stay calm. I really am. I really am 100%. I'm in a victory lap for 1 second because I'm just saying I did tell you this on Friday or on Thursday because I knew that they were going to go lose to the Brewers and they were going to go lose to the Nationals. I told them that they were going to go on a losing streak. They've lost, 4 or 5 in their last 5 games?
I don't know. You take your victory lap. You got to have these stats down.
That is the victory lap. 4 to 5. They lost 3 to the Braves, or 2 to the Brewers, 2 to the Nationals. Which losing to the Nationals is you cannot do that. Are you serious? You can lose 1 game to the Nationals. They are piss poor. Broder was saying, who even is this lefty pitcher pitching on Monday? Seriously? He's a bum. And we got 1 hit that actually mattered, and it was the Riley Green triple. And that is the only offensive production we had the entire game. It was the most boring game to watch I've honestly been to in a long time. It was so bad. It was so boring. We have no excitement in our lineup. I've just come to accept it. We just are so mid in our lineup. It is just, easy out, single, out, and inning, and we get a walk, another hit. Who cares? There's no production. Like KG said, we leave everyone on base. It doesn't even matter. And my God. And then
another runner on second yesterday in the 6th, 7th inning that they stranded down 5-4.
They had to tie and run at second base. And they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And this team is just so damn mediocre. And they're going into the stretch against teams that are better than them. And the only team that they are playing that's worse than them is the White Sox. But I don't even trust that they can get it done with into that poverty franchise. They
got to beat the White Sox.
They're poverty. they honestly can't do anything. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It drives me crazy. And I got my dad. Shout out my dad. I love him. He's been a season ticket holder for my entire life and before my life, and he's talking about buying into the home plate club next year, and I'm sitting here like, oh my god, do not give Pizza Fritz more money, please. I need them to spend some money. Please just spend some damn money to make this team better so I don't have to keep getting so angry because I care so much, and this is because I care, and I love this team. I have breathed this team.
It's so funny hearing this in a Padres uniform. I'm hearing this, and you got a Fernando Tatis uniform on.
No relevance to the situation because they're in the NL and the NL West.
Relevant as the situation as you could have.
Why? Because I went to San Diego this year to go see their stadium with a ballpark tour with my dad, and he was nice enough to buy me a jersey.
No, you're pounding the table. I expect more. I want more. Like, I want to support my team.
I have worn Tiger stuff every single day this week. I bought a new hat when I went down there on Monday. I'm a sucker. Chris Illich has me in a blender. I'm going to keep spending money on the team. My dad's going to keep spending money on the team because we love this team and we just want more. More. Please. More. That's all I'm asking.
Look, before your pops goes and buys one of those 5 sections in the home plate club, plead with him to wait until the Tigers add at least 5 bats.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah, I don't
still see this, bro.
That's a lot of bats. That's a lot of bats. It's funny. It's funny. KG.
And yes, the offense was absolutely dead for 7 innings of ball. Brutal watch yesterday. But I wanted to ask about the relief pitching. Are you beginning to be concerned with this relief pitching staff? Because you had Joey Wentz came in, had a little bit of a better outing when he started, but kind of got touched up toward the end. Mason Englert, he hung in there, but
he had a pretty good outing, but it's not like you can expect dominance from me each time. Yeah. It's been inconsistent.
Will Vest, he came in, gave up the 2 extra runs that put us out the game essentially. Are you starting to worry about the relief pitching that's not so much of a strength anymore?
Yeah, I am, because I think not in a way where like you need to make wholesale changes, but there will be stretches where a bullpen falters throughout a season. But what concerns me, and I think this is the time where I start to wish that they had dedicated roles in that bullpen versus just playing the matchups each and every game, which I do understand the thought process of that, but there's something about like I want Jason Foley to pitch in the 9th with a 1-run lead.
Yes.
I don't want him every 9th inning in a tie ball game to come in. Like, I want Will Vest to know, if it's Will Vest, he's that high leverage guy in the 8th. Like, I want these guys to be able to prepare for exactly what their role is versus waiting and reacting to how the game goes, to what runners or to what batters up, a lefty or a righty. They got good arms, but they're going through these stretches where they're struggling almost all at the same time. Like Joey Wentz was dominant out of the gates almost at an ERA under 1.
I was surprised.
He was decent yesterday, but it was better than he's been.
Yeah.
Mason Englert, you can't necessarily trust him yet, but he dealt yesterday. It was a huge moment. Came in, bases loaded, nobody out, got a pop up to second, got a big strikeout on a nasty slider, and then a little 2-hop ground ball to first. Huge moment getting out of that. But then Will Vest, who has been pretty reliable this season, he comes in, and he just doesn't look right in the 9th. Like, they just easily got 3 runs back right after the Detroit offense was coming. So, man, I wish they had more defined roles. I wish Foley was a closer, Shelby Miller was the 8th inning guy, whatnot.
More
in the long term, I'm not worried, but they did get a lot of use earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about all the games they were winning in the 8th, 9th, and 10th innings early in the season. That hasn't been happening lately. Foley's throwing – I love Foley. He's throwing 95, 97.
Yeah,
that's not 101. That's not the 100-mile-an-hour 2-seamer that we saw at the beginning of the season. So we're putting a lot of pressure on the starters. And when they have outings like Reese Olson did, this last 3 games, Reese Olson, 14.2 innings pitched, 28 hits, 17 earned runs, 3 homers, 4 walks, 14 Ks. He struggled, and I'm not worried about Reese.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you think it's him or just the teams have got scouting reports now? They kind of know his tendencies, what he likes to do, and they're taking advantage?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I think he has gotten a bit predictable in his pitch sequencing, but at the same time, they tried some new things last night that I didn't necessarily understand or agree with. Like the C.J. Abrams homer, the solo home run in the 2nd or 3rd inning. It was on a curveball. It was like a 1-1 count, and he threw a curveball. Normally, Reese Olson would be throwing a hard sinker. Where is it? C.J. Abrams. Down and into C.J. Abrams. Instead, he threw a curveball, and it hung right over the middle of the plate. And Abrams has been hot.
Yeah.
He has been killing the Tigers. He hit it out. Yeah. And that's where that momentum shifts. You get your leadoff home run from Vierling. Reese Olson started fine, and you give that up, and everything just kind of felt off after that.
Yeah, his fastball wasn't working. It was rough, man. It was rough. But long term, I don't worry about him. But yeah, man, it's this pitching staff is starting to suffer from this no offense that we just seem to continue to have.
And it's something.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's such little room for error.
Yes,
you're preparing to go out there. And you're knowing you have to pitch a gem, a 1 or a 2-run gem, if that.
Like if the Tigers go down 3-1, it's bad that I think they're out of the game.
That's the feeling. That's not what you want to feel.
Yeah.
You know, you want 3-1. Okay, all right, let's just chip away. Let's try to get 1 in the next 2 innings, chip 1 more to tie it up, and then we got a good bullpen or we'll be able to close it. No, like even the last couple of games, they've gotten whether it's a tie game or they're close in the 9th or get to extras, they're not getting that freaking runner in from second. Like these are the moments. Hey, they're letting the other team get that run in easily, whether they lead off with a bunt to get him to third or the defense in these last couple games. Ryan Kreidler hasn't been so great at shortstop. Riley Green had a huge error in game 1 out in left field that allowed, Lane Thomas to get to second base. They can't make errors like that. They can't struggle on the mound when they're not scoring runs, or at least they don't believe they can score runs. So all of that factors into the mental of this staff going through a full season, what they're like each and every outing. We're lucky to have Tarek Skubal up there, who just seems like a robot. He doesn't see or hear the outside and is good enough to just go and deal and shut the other team down. But there will be a stretch where he struggles this season. Likely. It hasn't happened in 13 games. By the way, 13 games, he's given up, what was it, 18 earned runs in his last 13 games? That's as much as Reese Olson's given up in his last 3. That's wild. But
That's wild.
Nonetheless, they have to win tonight. You can't go 4 games under 500, especially leading into this gauntlet of a schedule.
And I'd like to touch on one more thing because I know we're up against the break. But Rando Small said, young generation wants too much instant gratification. I just would like to say,
Not at all.
Hinch has been the manager since 2021, and it's been 10 years of mediocrity. When is it going to end? Okay, I'm not willing to wait another 10 years. So if you want to say instant gratification, 10 years that's 10 years. That's way longer than instant gratification, and I've had no gratification watching the Tigers since Miguel Cabrera and Prince Fielder on the team.
What we got to pick a number though. Is it 10 years? Is it AJ Hinch 3 years ago, or is it Scott Harris 18 months ago? Because everyone has a different opinion.
I do feel you.
I get it. As fans, it's been 10 years. But they're trying to do something different. Scott Harris is trying to rebuild all of the BS from the organization before. Not just Al Avila. He actually made some decent decisions, but he had no one to develop him in the minor leagues.
I never put Scott Harris's name in vain. He's got time. In my book, he's got time to figure his stuff out. But and Hinch,
2 to 3 years. Are you cool with that?
Yes. Unfortunately, I have to be. I have to. But I'm gonna get mad at the process of which this past 10 years has led to now, and now where the team is, where it's absolutely a death to watch. It's death. It's literally death. It's a slow, painful death in the tar pits watching this team because they are so boring.
Right. In the words of the great philosopher Forrest Gump, the Tigers are like a box of chocolates. You never know what the hell you're going to get out this thing.
I like the ones with the caramel in the middle.
Perfect.
But no, see, we are up against a break, and we'll get into it more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay, let's move on so I can be happy again.
That's the thing. Like, they're frustrating to watch sometimes, but there's a lot of good I see in this team.
Yeah.
Like, a lot I'm really excited about. Right now, it doesn't come together often. But there's some pieces on the mound and on off. Like, it just doesn't look pretty. But I'm really excited about this team. I don't know if they're going to win anything this year, but, like, I like the moves that they're making. I like the moves that they aren't making. Like, there are times where not making moves are the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. Maybe they should have made certain moves at this point. But I see at least what they're attempting. I'm still optimistic about this team in the long term.
Yeah.
I don't know about this season, but in the long term.
Yeah.
They need some Tiger food.
Yeah, definitely. I can tell you guys where you can go to get your pet the best. That is Premier Pet Supplies. It is hands down Michigan's best pet store. They offer the same prices and all the conveniences of the online and the big box retailers with one major difference. They've been family and locally owned for over 30 plus years. They offer over 60 brands of food, and they have nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at RandyWiseBuickGMC.com.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts or professional technicians. They take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. It's 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone with you as long as needed, because it's technology that is backed by people, and your safety and security, it deserves technology that's been proven to work and people have been proven to care. All you got to do is call this number right here, 1-800-STAY-OUT. Once again, that number is 1-800-STAY-OUT. And what up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off the day with the Woo Crew.
Woo.
And I hope that means that your day is starting off good. Ours is. Chat is already on one. Hey, shout out to Dante151 with the $9.99 super chat. He said, what the hell happened to Alex Lang? Is he injured, or is he in the doghouse, or is he going to get traded? The last time he pitched was 5/22/24 against the Royals, where he gave up 4 runs. Where is he?
Great pick, by the way. That's that blue steel Neil Rule. He's in AAA. He got sent down because he couldn't find the strike zone. He was struggling with his command, which is his problem all along, and so he got sent down. He was becoming so unreliable there at the back end of the bullpen. They sent him down to figure some things out. Long term, I don't know what to do about him. Like, if you can get him pitching well for a stretch of time, he's a valuable trade. Not a valuable trade piece, but one of those bullpen pieces that if he's pitching all right and throwing strikes, someone will take a chance on. They want those pieces. Contending teams want those down the stretch. He just hasn't done that. He hasn't been consistent since like the middle of last year. He was dominant to begin the year as a closer, like looked like the closer of the future, and then just completely lost his control. When you throw that hard, you have to throw strikes, otherwise you're worthless. Worthless. If he's looking to develop, I wish he had an equivalent of a Terrell Williams. Of what many of these Lions players and coaches think of as the best defensive line coach in the L.
Yeah, and I know that there's a lot of fans that are out there as well. We're excited about what Terrell Williams could be, but I'm excited to get to know a little bit more about him. Yeah,
so like I've known his name, I've known the teams he's been on, but we haven't really heard of him a lot. It was awesome to see him in front of the camera yesterday, or actually it was 2 days ago, Tuesday after their OTA day. And this first clip, just to get to know him a little bit, I want to show you guys what he said about his coaching style. This is how he describes how he approaches his job coaching.
I'm adaptable is what I'll say, as I can pretty much coach in any scheme. I can coach in any environment, and I think that if all the players get from me is what we do on this field, then I've missed. You know, I care and I love the guys that I coach, and if that makes me a teddy bear, then that's what it is. But I will say we're going to play with a certain style, and that style fits what this football team is.
Violence, man, that's the style. Violence. And if you could put up the next slide, Jesus, put up the next back wall. It's that violence. Like he comes off, and actually, I don't know if Jennifer Hammond brought up the teddy bear statement earlier in the press conference, but like that was like he almost seems like this big teddy bear, but he's not. He holds these guys accountable, but you could see the love that he has for not only what he does, but those players. Like he actually cares about what he's doing, and doesn't that fit with the rest of the staff? Fit with Dan Campbell, fit with Aaron Glenn, and this entire staff that they put together.
It definitely does fit, and you know what? What also I noticed from him, this ability to call your shot confidently, like as he speaks. And he's just talking about himself. He's very measured. He's very composed. He's very sure of himself. He's very confident. And that's what you want around, especially some of these younger players on this Detroit Lions team, not just his position group. You know, these guys are leaders of men, not just your position group. It's who you are as it relates to helping this team overall, being able to mold a championship caliber character. And that's what I really, really feel about Terrell Williams, just kind of hearing him speak.
Yeah.
And hearing what others are saying about him as well.
Yeah, and although, like you said, he's the defensive line coach, but he's also the run game coordinator from the defensive end. And he's a vet. He's got his hands in the linebacker group, in the secondary, all of these guys. And the linebacker coach, Kelvin Sheppard, played for him. Like, he is familiar with Terrell Williams, with Big T, as he calls him. So he knows the terminology. He knows what he likes to coach. And when you have that, what's the other C word? Not consistency, but you have that continuity. That's the word I was looking for. Not only from a coaching staff and from the players year to year, but from the knowledge and the terminology from the defensive line to linebackers to secondary. It all flows together. This is what Kelvin Sheppard, the linebacker coach, had to say about Big T.
Big T. T, well, I got history with T. I've actually played behind his defensive line in Miami when he had Sue, Olivier Vernon, Earl Mitchell, all these guys. So I know the style of play these guys play with. So it was like a natural thing. When T got here, he tells me, "What up, Shep?" Reunion. He walked in the door. We sat down for a couple hours, talked about how we was going to do the front seven, talked about how we were going to play. I already knew a lot of his terminology. So it was really just me getting in the classroom with my linebackers and letting them know the standard that man lives by. And the way he coaches and the way he demands certain things of his players. I think you'll see, again, nothing to what's happened here before, but T's the top of the echelon when you talk about D-line coaches in this league, and the standard and his expectations, he's never going to deviate from them. So I expect that room to rise as well, and it'll be good for all of them. It already has been.
Bro, I like what I'm hearing. I like what I'm hearing.
Don't you feel it?
Leaders of men. I love it. And he said, you know what? He's never going to deviate. He's never going to deviate from who he is. That's what I love about him, man. And it seems like with what everyone is saying about him, especially when the Lions first hired him, you kind of heard from different players around the league, different personnel, coaching personnel around the league talk about who he is. You kind of get a sense that this guy is a guy who's continued to build upon the winning foundations in his life and casting aside everything else. And now you got this coach who doesn't just have the respect of the players, but also his peers as well.
Yes.
I love it.
It's everything's working together. Yeah. Like, I believe it will lead to success, but you got to have that to be successful anyway. Nothing this season is going to be a fluke. To see that continuity, that trust between position groups, between position coaches, it's something special. And we're going to get more into the players and what these coaches feel about the players and how they can help each other. But there's one more Terrell Williams clip that I want to play for you.
And just real quick,
That's
a great point, because you're right. Kelvin Sheppard, he's a positional coach at a different position, but he's talking about how confident he is that, you know what, I know that guy's going to have his unit, his guys ready to go.
Yeah.
That's got to be an awesome feeling.
And he said in that linebacker room, he's like, all right, you guys know, this is what he expects. And when you're talking about the linebackers and the relationship with the defensive line and with the secondary, which we do have some clips coming up, Kelvin Sheppard talking more about that. They bounce off each other. It's required for them to be on the same page. And if not, they can't get the best out of the players. I can't wait to play the cornerback clips or what Kelvin Sheppard says about this new cornerback group behind him and about Ali McNeil and DJ Reader and the destruction in front of the linebacker group. We're going to do that in the next segment. But this last one about Terrell Williams and what he talks about building his confidence in his players, and he takes a rightful jab at the media in the sense that he wants these players to gain their identity, to their confidence to be built from him, from their coaching staff, from the team inside those walls in Allen Park, to tell them exactly what kind of player they are. Not what we say they are, not what we write about they are, but what Terrell Williams, the best defensive line coach in the NFL, thinks of them. Check out this clip. Terrell Williams on building the confidence in his players.
I know that we'll play a certain way. Like, I believe that strongly, and I believe our players feel like they're going to play a certain way. So, my job is to help them get better, but also to build up their confidence. Because when you tell them that they're bad and they're this and they're that, then they start to believe it. And it's important that they listen to who they need to listen to, which is us in this building. And no offense, but not you guys. Like, you can't define them. We'll define them and what they are and who they are and the way they walk and the way they talk and the way that they play football. That'll come from us in this building.
Hey, bro, I heard that C word, confidence.
Yeah.
He's trying to build up their confidence, man.
Yeah. And him define them.
Yep.
Not, all right, Marcus Davenport, you're an injury-riddled defensive end in this league. True or not, maybe that was a bad example. True or not, that's not what Terrell Williams is telling him. Say, hey, you put the injuries behind you. You are a beast. You are an athletic freak. You and Hutch on opposite sides of each other can be special. Like, here, we're going to define you this year, not from what you did in the past or not from your injuries in the past.
Yeah.
I said opposite Hutch. And before we get to break, all right, one last clip from Terrell Williams. This is going to get into the player conversation, how the players can actually help out one another. But it all starts with the star. It starts with that edge rusher, Aiden Hutchinson, and what he means to this team. Check out what Terrell Williams already thinks about Aiden Hutchinson.
Hutch has been he's been unbelievable this offseason, and I think he's made huge strides from the time I arrived and to where we are now. And it's not me, it's him studying tape. It's him asking questions. He's everybody sees he's a big, tall 97 with long arms and Mr. Michigan and all this other stuff. But what you don't see is the time that this guy puts in, and he's constantly asking questions and studying tape and studying other players and working on his craft, and he is an extremely coachable player. Like, I love the guy because of what he's about. Like, he's about getting better. He's not about the glamour and glitz. He's just a grinder, and we need a lot more guys that have that mentality.
No glamour. Yeah. No glitz, just a grinder. And there's a word in there, a C word, coachability, they want to get to. But Hutch, real quick, and that quote at the end, no glamour, no glitz, he's a grinder. Like, Hutch is one of those types of humans that could have easily been, thrust into the spotlight. He's a good-looking dude. He's talented, from Michigan, got a good family. Like,
Go Blue.
He could have jumped into the commercials and kind of let football take a back seat from the moment he stepped in the NFL. But he's not about that. At least not about that yet. He does.
He's a football player.
Yeah, he's a football player first. And Terrell Williams talk about how unbelievable he's been so far. They haven't even been in pads. This is just classroom work. This is leadership. This is in the weight room. This is nutrition-wise. Like, this is why he's a pillar of the Detroit Lions team before his third year, because of all that stuff he does. And the number one thing, every coach at any level will tell you the most important trait, not speed, not arm strength, not anything on the field. It's being coachable. Whether you're the star player or you're number 53 on the active roster, it's being coachable. That allows coaches to trust you. They'll trust you if they know what they say. You're going to at least try. You're going to be open to try new things. That's how you get better. That's how you develop.
Yep, at 150% as well. Knowing the type of guys you have, that we're going to go out there, we're going to work, we're going to do what you're going to say, but we're going to make sure that we give it our all as well and leave it out there on the field. That's what I've liked about what the Detroit Lions identity has really kind of formed into. When you look at what Dan Campbell stated on day one of his press conference, this team has absolutely accepted that call.
Yes.
And what I like is that the new players that have come to the team, whether, signed, traded for, or drafted, they're stepping right into this culture and they're accepting it as well. They're talking about the culture on their way in.
They are. And there's a new player who came in. He's not on the field yet. We might not see him until training camp, maybe the end of training camp. But Kelvin Sheppard had something to say about that big boy in the middle who's going to be playing next to Lee McNeil. We'll get to a few more clips when we get back. And then just after 9 o'clock, this is a chat. We need you back here. We need to make sure you're here because you have the first overall pick in our all-decade mock draft. But Kool-Aid, tell them about Lady Jane's.
Hey, I can. You know what? These clips so far, they've been awesome. I can't wait to see what Terrell Williams is going to do for this Detroit Lions defensive line. But I can tell you about something else that's awesome, and that's when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That is Lady Jane's Haircuts for men. Just stop in, sit back, and relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented hairstylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. It's Lady Jane's, and it's wicked awesome.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at RandyWiseBuickGMC.com.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Did somebody say merge?
They said that Detroit sign shirt.
No. Look, I hope you're tired of wearing that same old Detroit sports merch, because this is a new era in sports wearables with new designs, amazing apparel, and the ultimate swag. Let me do you a favor. Go to woodwardsports.com, click on that shop tab. We are dropping new designs every single week. KG has told you about this several times. Hashtag Boodum Kids.
Boodum Kids.
They are out right now.
Selling like hotcakes.
Selling like hotcakes. So you might want to go and grab you one before they're all sold out. But let me tell you about these we got up here on the screen right now. The Welcome to Detroit sign, which you know Kool-Aid has a couple of these in his closet. I don't know why. Detroit Tigers, hey, you got to pick it up. You got to win tonight. Come on now. And the Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes election t-shirts, hoodies, and hats as well, too. These guys are putting in the work down at Allen Park, and it's going to be an amazing season. I can't wait for week 1 to get here. But do yourself a favor. Go to woodwardsports.com, click on that shop tab, get swagged out.
Swag.
Get swagged out, and we are back. Thank you, people, for choosing to kick off the day with the Wake Up Woodward crew. We got 4 of the starting 5 in the building, as well as 6th man of the year, that dude Justin. Hey, he's seething, man. He's seething about these Detroit Tigers. So you know what? We got to talk a little bit more Detroit Lions and then some NFL.
Yes.
So we can keep you in a happier place.
Yeah, thank God. Holy crap.
Do you like the D? Instruction.
Hey,
Whoa.
Fast forward.
Don't answer that.
Is it Friday or Thursday?
Don't. It's basically Friday. Yeah.
Let's go.
Destruction. Remember, that's what Lee McNeil said last week when asked about what's it like playing with DJ Reader, getting to know him, or what do you, I forget the exact question, but what are you planning, you two together? Destruction. I got back to Terrell Williams. They asked him about it at Media Day on Tuesday. Asked him about Lee McNeil and DJ Reader, what it could be like them together causing destruction. This is what Terrell Williams had to say.
But tell Aleem I envision it too, so he better make it happen. Like that sounds good, but we got to put the pass on and make it happen. DJ Reader's been, if not the best, one of the, in my opinion, top 5 defensive tackles defending the run in this league for a while. We all know that. But again, that's what he's done in the past before he put on this uniform. Aleem is a guy on the come. The same thing out of Aleem. I know the expectations T have for Aleem. We feel like he still hasn't tapped into his full potential, and he knows that. So you make sure the next time you talk to Aleem Coden that I said he better put that vision into reality, because that'll be a thing of beauty for guys like Jack, Enzo, D-Barnes, because it frees them up. It allows, if you got to hang on double teams on those guys, who's blocking us? You know what I mean, kind of thing. So it's going to be a pleasure playing behind him. And Levi Onwuzurike is another D lineman I want to shout out, a guy that's worked through injury, and he's really progressing, a guy that we're excited to play behind this year as well.
We could have a whole segment on just that 54 seconds right there.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it.
The Lee McNeil and DJ Reader relationship and development and the destruction they cause. Levi Onwuzurike. But what he was saying about what DJ Reader means to the linebacker room.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Jack, D-Bonds. Like, that's where one move affects multiple levels, like multiple players on that defense. Going to get DJ Reader and locking him in Allen Park. Yeah. That could end up, honestly, in terms of all the free agent moves across the NFL, that could end up being the best free agent acquisition of the offseason.
Yep. I love it.
Hoist.
And to hear these coaches talking about it as well, and they're all talking confidently. I don't think you do this if you don't have this kind of firm belief in your team, in your position group. I love what these guys are saying, and I'm looking forward to seeing. Obviously, I don't know how much of a chemistry you have between each position group when you're out there on the field, but how they support each other. The linebackers are the ones that I'm really looking forward to. I was wondering, were they going to address this at all in free agency or during the draft? And obviously, they're telling us they're fine with their linebacking core. They believe they had a little bit more to do with what they could do behind them with the defensive secondary as well as with the defensive line. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Transition right into the next one because and that was Kelvin Sheppard, by the way. I think I prepped, I introed it.
Guys, it's not me. It is not me. First, I was James Houston. Now I'm Kelvin Sheppard.
Hey, you ain't know all black people look alike.
Yeah, right. Come on now.
That was not said from the Caucasian. Just SPR.
That was me. Just so you guys know.
And I'm pretty sure JB was the one who put Wiz Khalifa up on the screen under Black Hollywood.
Wiz Khalifa. Everybody with dreads. I'm just everybody with dreads.
I had nothing to do with it.
Broder's just blaming me and JB. Just blame the black people.
Yeah.
I love you, brother. I love you, brother.
I can't even say that because we're in a world where everything gets clipped.
Right. Don't be like Sam Flannel. Just throw the hood on me now. Like, don't do that.
Oh, my God.
Shout out Flannel. We love you, man.
Shout out Bell.
Oh, dog, I love this.
The linebackers and the cornerbacks and the safeties. I'm forgetting how this is like a 25-second clip. I'm blanking how it starts, but I know it ends with how valuable the linebackers and the size, the Brendan Dillingers of the linebacker room affect the cornerbacks. And that chemistry word you talked about when we were reviewing the last clip from Terrell Williams, from Kelvin Sheppard, not Terrell Williams, but this is Kelvin Sheppard on the linebackers and the cornerbacks in the secondary.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And then in turn, these guys are saying they've never been around a linebacker room where the average height 6'3", 6'2", and these guys getting into these intermediate throwing windows because in turn, just like they're helping us deep to short, we're helping them short to deep with insulating those intermediate throwing lanes so now they can stay top shoulder, know the leverage they play and things like that, knowing these guys are going to be in those windows underneath.
And I really, 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 really like what he said.
The secondary isn't used to having such great size in the linebacker room, such Brendan Dillingers. Like having Jack Campbell's 6'4", I think. Anzo 6'2", 6'3", D Barnes 6'2", 6'3". Like the throwing windows that creates, what they can do, like you scheme that into your defense, knowing that their length, their great size. I can't not think of Brendan Dillinger every time we talk about size.
I know, right?
Like, the dude's an absolute
one as well.
Right now, let's read some of these comments. What are they saying?
Apparently, KG is.
I'm Kelvin Sheppard now.
He's out there preaching.
Hey, man. Hey, you've never seen me and Kelvin in the same place. I will give y'all that, but I'm just saying. I'm not Kelvin Sheppard.
Black Hollywood knows defense.
Actually, there's a segment we were talking about working on a couple weeks ago that I think KG would be perfect for.
Really?
In a certain week as a role play.
Hey,
foreplay?
Role play? Or foreplay. None of that.
Foreplay.
But I get what you mean. I know what you're talking about. So.
Yes. Well,
oh, man.
We'll do one more clip because we want to get to this NFL draft. We're going to save the linebackers for either 9:30 or maybe we'll talk about them tomorrow when we include the offense discussion into it. But because we talked about Kirby yesterday, there's just one clip. This is actually from Jim O'Neill. And I want to find a way to work in more Jim O'Neill clips because I like this guy.
Yeah.
This is a 22, 23-year veteran, was a defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. I think he said he's been almost every role on a defense in his career.
He came from Cleveland, right? The Browns?
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. He took a year off last year.
Yeah.
This is some of the other clips of his talking about he came and visited Detroit last year just to reconnect with some people, learn some new things, and that's what got him closer to this organization. There's so much about his press conference, his media session that we could tear apart, but he's going to be working with the safeties and some of the DB room this year, supporting Deshae Townsend, who also spoke. But he had some comments on this short clip about Kirby Joseph. Mm-hmm. And we had the conversation yesterday, KG, talking about where Kirby Joseph ranks in safeties in the league. And this might confirm, if you're a Kirby Joseph supporter or believe in him having a huge year this year, it's things like this that Jim O'Neil, defensive assistant supporting the safety room this year, has to say about Kirby.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he does the two best things you want out of a deep safety. He takes the ball away, and he makes the middle of the field a scary place. So, I mean, when you possess those two characteristics as somebody who's going to roam the deep part of the field, you're going to scare offensive players and you're going to scare quarterbacks. So he has those two traits. So it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be fun to work with him going into, the rest of his career here.
You're going to scare people over the middle, and you're going to take the ball away.
I love it.
Kirk Gibson just walked in.
Oh,
I got 3 of his cards up here.
Hey, shout out Gibby, man.
Gibby.
Shout out to Gibby.
Yeah.
Good to see
Great
him
interview
again.
with him again.
Appreciate that.
You crushed that.
Kirby Joseph over the middle. He's had 8 interceptions, and I'm still undecided. Like, I love Kirby. I'm undecided. Is he that safety of the future for the Lions? Like, what is his future? But when you hear stuff like this, paired with the defensive line additions, the linebacker, having help around him in that secondary, being that ball hawk, he's had 8 interceptions with nothing around him. Like without pressure getting to the quarterback, without lockdown corners alongside of him. Now he can really roam free.
Yep.
I wish he was in training or OTAs this last week. He's still recovering from his hip surgery. But nonetheless, if he comes back at 100% and takes the next step, that is another way this defense transforms into one of the best in the NFL.
Yep, and I get I get this overwhelming kind of feeling that each one of these position groups, especially as they get more and more depth and more talented, that they are more like how Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery is, a healthy competition where they are pushing each other. They want everybody to be great, but they are definitely pushing each other to be better and better and better each game. I'm hoping that's what's going on with this defensive secondary. I'm hoping that's what's going on in the defensive line room as well. Because when we talk about the Detroit Tigers and we talk about the types of stress they have, because their different lineups either don't have the depth or they cannot overcome like a lack of what someone else is or isn't doing. The Lions, they don't have that issue. So you're talking about a team that can get, honestly, through the entire season with depth. I'm hoping that translates to health. I'm hoping that translates to players being able to give their all a lot more on each play that they're in there because they're not being taxed. They know, you know what, like last year, we knew this defensive line was getting taxed because the secondary wasn't going to do anything to hold anybody. But this year, you got the opportunity to be able to rotate your players. You got the opportunity to say, hey, listen, you might not be getting X amount of starts, X amount of plays, but when you're in there, go all out because we got somebody that's just as hungry and just as dogged as you that's going to come in and go all out. If they can continue to kind of rotate their players and have that, I think it's going to be a beautiful thing for the Detroit Lions.
Definitely. Ad O'Neil in the chat says, I want us, the Lions, to go from let's just find a way to get 3 to 4 stops to I don't care that we're running a cover 2. We are better than you, and we will stop you. That's what AG wants to play too. But Kool-Aid,
like that.
We got the all-decade draft coming back. Chat, we need you. We need your engagement. You got the first overall pick. So come on back. Kool-Aid, tell them about Swiss Insurance.
Hey, I will. Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in any extra fees or raising deductibles. Call Mark at Swiss Insurance today. That number is 313-530-1698. Again, that number is 313-530-1698. Or visit them online at SwissINS.com and let them know that Woodward Sports sent you.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
What happens when you're in a great business for over 50 years?
What?
You expand and you offer more products to more people, and that's exactly what Les Stanford did when they added Les Stanford Buick GMC. Still offer the same great service that their customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile Road. Go check them out, or check them out in Dearborn today. That's LesStanford.com, Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Let's drive, and you guys already know, right down the legendary, the historic Woodward Avenue. All four sports teams here in Detroit play on that street. The only such occurrence in pro sports here in America.
Number one.
Hey, number one.
Not ATL.
Not ATL.
No, the Lou,
Detroit.
St. Louis. It was Nelly and the St. Lunatics, number one.
Hey, Nelly.
Yeah.
Country grammar.
Yes.
That's right, man. Got some hits.
We've been talking a lot of Detroit sports, and that is our show. But sometimes, and these conversations are going to include some Lions players.
Yep.
But I was reading this article. Actually, it started with PFF for the story, for the context. They ranked or they selected their all-decade draft pick from 2015 on, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to run through each pick today, 1 through 16. We each have a pick in the group. Actually, I'm Roger Goodell today, so I'm going to be commissioning.
Hey.
Commissioning? I'm going to be the commissioner today. Chat, you got number 1 overall pick. Let me make sure I get these. We got JB with the number 2 pick, Justin with pick 3, Kool-Aid with pick 4, and KG with pick 5. So we took, and I got a graphic to show you all your options.
But why isn't Caleb Williams on the number 1 pick options? He's so good. Oh, my God.
If the chat votes and they want him in there, we'll adjust the poll. For these, I picked what I thought were maybe the top 4 picks. But of all 10 picks from 2015 to 2024, we want you guys to just decide who's the best pick in the last decade. So, to kick things off, chat, you guys are making your selection through the chat poll. But here are your options. Number 1 overall pick, we got Jameis, Jared Goff, Myles Garrett, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Trayvon Walker, Bryce Young, and Caleb Williams. You see the draft year on the left, their position on the right. Chat, you are making this decision, but we're going to talk about it. I'm going to read some of your comments. Who do you think it is? What do you guys think? Where would you go? And I'm happy to give you who I think maybe. Actually, you know my top 4.
Yeah.
They're all up there on the chat poll right now. I put Goff, Myles Garrett, Joe Burrow, and Trevor Lawrence.
Out of this group, it's got to be between Myles Garrett and Joe Burrow to me.
Think so?
Yeah, those are the two that stand out the most. Jared Goff probably a close third, but yeah, everybody else on that list hasn't really proved much in terms of what they've done in the NFL so far. So that would be my 3 that I'm picking between.
Yeah. Edge says Burrow 100%. Dante 151, Myles Garrett. Charles Palmer, good guy Goff. He may be part of that 27% voting for Goff. Goff's right up there with Joe Burrow. Yeah. And I know there's probably some home field bias here, but
a little bit. But Burrow's been to Goff been to a Super Bowl too.
He belongs in this top 4. Yeah. Goff does. So I want to see.
Well, what about Caleb Williams?
No one cares about Caleb Williams.
FTB, I know. I'm being sarcastic.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Just in case chat couldn't figure that one out.
Hey, Phil, by the way, thank you so much for the super chat, $1.99. He says, love you guys and everyone in the chat.
Hey,
he gets a guitar in his picture, too. So everyone, click Phil's, go like his comment. How about that?
Yeah.
Jessica Dean says, Burrow 1?
Arguably.
But Rando Small says Burrow's too hurt.
But Myles, yeah, I would say Myles Garrett because, yeah, Burrow is just hurt all the time. He's a great talent when he's on the field, but he's just always injured.
Terry says Garrett all day. Hey, Diz, Garrett from Rando Smalls, Myles Garrett, Terrell Lamar, Mitten Made Garrett. Matthew Kruger, this list is trash. These are literally the 10 picks.
Right.
This isn't like a list.
He didn't hear the criteria.
Yeah, like
you got to listen to the criteria.
What's trash about this other than picking
I respect
Trayvon Walker?
He had to stay on brand.
Yeah, Kruger, come on, bro.
Flannel's biggest hater.
That's crazy.
All right, well, how about a 5-second countdown here?
5.
And you got the draft sound?
I got you.
Hey.
Is the pick in?
3, 2, 1.
The pick
is in. The best number 1 overall pick of the last decade. With 42%. Defensive end Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
Yes.
That's
drafted by the Cleveland Browns. I agree. Myles Garrett's been a beast since he come in. If Burrow or Goff had a Super Bowl, one of those two would get up.
Yep.
I'm cool with Burrow being number 2. He was. 29% Burrow, 26% Goff, 1% Trevor Lawrence. I think the chat knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, they got it right.
All right. Well, those are the ones we're going to have the most conversation about. Now it's your guys' turn to pick. Number 2, we got JB Smooth up.
Hey, JB on the clock.
Smooth for JB.
JB with the number 2 overall pick. Here are your options. And I know I gave you guys these at a time. I don't know if you have this already picked out. But yeah, Mariota, Wentz, Trubisky, Barkley, Bosa, Chase Young, Zach Wilson, Hutch, Stroud, Jaden Daniels. Chat, who would you go with and who would it be between? But JB.
It's a tough list for 3 people.
This is a very tough list, especially at number 2, but like half of this list you can just throw
eliminate.
Away. Like the only 4 people that I'm looking at are Barkley, Bosa, Hutch, and CJ Stroud.
Yep.
And I know I'm going to make a very tough and hard decision on this one. I'm not going to be a homer on this one. I love you, Aiden, but
hold on.
I just need to see a little bit more.
That's a Spartan.
I need to see a little bit more from you, CJ Stroud, you are an Ohio State quarterback. I don't know if this 1 year was just a flash in the pan, but I need to see more as well with you on that too. Saquon, a lot of muscle, but man, you get hurt a lot. So give me...
Hold on.
Oh.
The pick is in.
Yeah. The pick is in. And with my second pick, I take Nick Bosa, a man who has been wrecking offensive plays since he started and has a defensive title on his mantle. So, give me Nick Bosa.
Defensive ends are leading the way.
Nick Bosa it is. And chat agrees. There, G-Dub card says Hutchinson. Sports cards? We can talk, baby. Chase Amley, Bosa. Michael Weary, Hutchinson. Bosa or Stroud. Rake's putting Stroud in there. Stroud's one of the second-year players. Definitely worthy of consideration. A lot of Bosa's in here from the crew. I like it. Let's move on. Pick number 3. Justin.
Hey. Justin on the clock.
We got some. There's some. Actually, this might be a little bit easier. Justin, what do you think?
I don't know about
Joey Bosa.
I don't know about easier. I mean, there's less guys to pick from.
Right.
But it's do I want to go by potential? Do I want to go with proven?
Hey, I know who it ain't.
What do you think?
It ain't Jeff Okudah.
Jeff Okudah.
It is not Jeff. You are right. It is not Jeff Okudah. But Team Juices selects. KG.
The pick is
with
in.
the 3rd overall pick. Team Juices selects Quinnen Williams.
Okay.
All right. I love it. I love it. Dude's he's a game wrecker.
Yeah, Joey Bosa gets hurt too much. Yeah. And Will Anderson's unproven. Even though I would have gone Will Anderson over Joey Bosa. So, if I did.
You would have with Will Anderson over Joey Bosa?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
When's the last time Joey Bosa played a full season?
I do get that.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Availability is a strong thing.
There we go. Myles Garrett 1, Nick Bosa 2, Quinnen Williams 3. That's a hell of a defense that's being built out of this. No offensive players so far in the top 3 picks. Kool-Aid, pick
All
number
defense.
4.
That's right.
You got some dogs on here. Mari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette, Denzel Ward, Cleveland Farrell, Kyle Pitts, Sauce, Anthony Richardson, Marvin Harrison Jr.
We were talking about this stuff before the show and everything, and you know what? The offensive players, they got an opportunity to be able to bust through here, but I got to go with my guy from the mitten. Let's rock with Sauce Gardner.
Sauce. I love it.
Okay. Let's rock with Sauce.
So with the number 4 overall pick, Sauce Gardner.
Let's go. My fault, KG. I ain't mean to.
No, you good.
I ran to the podium and I had to pick.
Right, I see.
You could have considered Amari Cooper, Denzel Ward, Andrew Thomas. No, Sauce to me, the right pick. We may be talking Anthony Richardson or Marvin Harrison Jr. in 2 to 3 years, but Sauce. Many think he's the number 1 cornerback in the NFL going into his 3rd year. Pick number 5, KG.
Yes, sir.
What are we thinking? We got Brandon Scherf, Jalen Ramsey, Corey Davis, former Lion great. I can't believe he was picked 5th overall, by the way.
Know.
Bradley Chubb, Devin White, Tua, Jamar Chase, Kayvon Thibodeau, Devon Witherspoon, Joe Alt. Have a couple 5th picks.
This one, I feel like Joe Alt in the future might be the best out of this class, but this was a tough pick for me.
This is tough.
It's a lot of decent names here, but
who you think in between?
I have my 2, and I will just go ahead and say the pick is in. But I'm really debating between Jalen Ramsey and Brandon Scherf because they both are perennial Pro Bowlers. They both were all rookies. And everybody else, I mean, Bradley Chubb was a good one. Jamar Chase, of course, was a good one, but I'm leaning more defense on this. And with that being said, with the 5th pick in the all-decade draft, I will be selecting Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yes, because he has more Pro Bowls and all pros than Brandon Sheriff. So.
He's had a pretty special career.
Yeah.
That's actually who PFF picked as their top one, while considering Sheriff, Bradley Chubb, and Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of Chases in here. A lot of Chubbs. Actually, more Chubbs than I expected. But when you think about it, he's had a pretty strong. Pause. Yeah, I didn't even see that one coming. Normally, I'm ready for that.
Happy
Didn't
Friday on
that
Thursday,
Never
y'all.
really do with the Chubbs, do you?
Jalen Ramsey. That's a great call. Let's introduce pick number 6 and get the poll up before we take a break.
Oh, man.
So we can let this run for a little bit. But chat, you're up. You are on the clock with pick number 6 of the all-decade team. We got Leonard Williams, Ronnie Stanley, Jamal Adams, Quentin Nelson, Daniel Jones. Just go ahead and pick Daniel Jones.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes. Justin Herbert, Jalen Waddle, Iken Ekwonu, Paris Johnson, and Malik Neighbors. Think about that. We'll talk about it when we get back. But I think I need to tell you guys. Actually, Kool-Aid, I'm going to have you tell them about all shows.
Hey, I will tell them
if that
about all
works,
the
JB.
shows. Listen, people, as always, you guys are the most important part of this platform, and we appreciate all your support. So go ahead and satisfy that like button. Smash that like button for the Woo Crew. Thank you guys for tapping in with us Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And after us, I'm hoping you guys stay tapped in with the rest of Woodward Sports, starting with Big D Energy from 11 to 1, hosted by 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty alongside his co-host Neil Rule, the Golden Voice. After that, from 2 to 4, you got Armani and Edwards with Mass, the lovable radio legend Tom Masway alongside University of Michigan legend and former NFL wide receiver Braylon Edwards and Detroit media king Ryan Armani. And after that, you got the Woodward heavyweights, the big fellas. That's Spinmo Rags. That's easy. That's the elite booth. They got Chris Platty, Nick Koloff as well. The heavyweights are bringing you the biggest interviews, the biggest breakdowns, the biggest laughs. That is the Woodward heavyweights. Thank you guys, though, for always supporting Woodward Sports and making this your #1 digital sports network. We appreciate you all.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. They got 18 locations, so they got to have a dealership in your backyard somewhere. Visit FeldmanAuto.com and catch us there at Feldman Chevrolet of Novi next month on a future Wednesday. We'll be there. They're amazing. They are Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
What up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off the day with the Woo Crew. Need you guys to go ahead, smash that like button to support the fellas. Hey, it helps get this stream out there into the EOs, and it supports the family. But shout out, man. We got the elite booth, KG in the sound booth, Woodward Sports MVP, JBSMOOOOOV in the TD booth. 6-man, that dude Justin, he's still over there. You look like you're still in pain, bro. These Tigers still got you. They still got him. Shout out to Flannel Sam as well. Enjoy that vacation, brother. Up here on the desk, you got our credential Lions and Tigers reporter, Matt Broder, and your credential Pistons reporter, Brandon Dan, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid. Let's get back into it, brother.
Yeah, hit that like button if you could. It really helps us out. But it looks like we got, again, I hate this term. It's overused way too much. Ball knowers. But we got some ball knowers in the chat. Deciding between right now Justin Herbert, Jalen Waddle, and defensive end Leonard Williams. Let's announce it. They had a couple minutes during the break. This is the best number 6 overall draft pick in the last decade. With the number 6 pick, our chat selects with 50% of the votes Justin Herbert, QB for the Los Angeles Chargers. I probably would have had Leonard Williams second, but nonetheless, he's been a beast for a while.
A long time,
He's with Seattle now, right?
No, he left Seattle.
He left Seattle.
I think he's a free agent.
With the Giants?
Yeah. I don't know who he got signed by this year, if he's even signed. But he was a free agent this year. I wanted the Lions to maybe take a flyer on him, but
he's with the Seahawks. So he signed with the Seahawks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there it is. Justin
He didn't
Herbert.
even hit free agency. He got re-signed very quickly and very early into.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like a 1 year deal, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
All right, number 7, JB. This might be the most controversial one
ever.
We're gonna fly through the rest, but we might have to talk about this one. Pick number 7. We got Kevin White, DeForest Buckner, Mike Williams, wide receiver Mike Williams, QB Josh Allen, linebacker,
Josh Allen.
defensive and outside linebacker Josh Allen, Derek Brown, Penei Sewell.
Yeah, this is tough.
Evan Neal, Tyree Wilson, and J.C. Latham. JB, what are you gonna do?
This is tough.
Come on now.
You got a good 6 that could easily
I
be.
do have a good 6 here, but given the fact that, spoiler alert, I do kind of know my picks. I kind of know where I want to lean with the rest of my picks. But for this one, both of the Josh Allens I'm skipping over, and I'm staying a homer on this one. KG, hit it.
Hey!
Let's go.
With the 7th overall pick, I am going offensive lineman, Mr. Penei Sewell.
Let's go.
That's a homer pick I'm cool with. You can totally make a case.
Yeah.
I mean, PFF actually picked QB Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And I understand why it's compelling. Maybe because we get to see him every day. I'm going Penei Sewell all day long.
Exactly. We're already talking about him being a gold jacket in 3 years, bro. That should tell you. He only gave up 1 sack in 17 games. I mean, come on. What more do you need?
23 years old, best offensive lineman in the league. Playing a premier position. I know he's right tackle. He could play any of the positions.
Yes, sir.
Eric Allen. Kevin White, though?
No.
What about Kevin White?
Not even.
Not Kevin White. All right, I like that. That was pick number 7. Pick 8, Justin. They got some names on here. Pick number 8, Vic Beasley, Jack Conklin, McCaffrey, Roquan Smith, TJ Hawkinson, Isaiah Simmons, J.C. Horn, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Michael Pennis. A lot of Falcons at pick number 8.
It's pretty easy.
Names.
Yeah, I think I got to go with, I think it's pretty easy. I got to go with CMC for Team Jesus. Bring it home, Christian McCaffrey.
Love it. Pick number 8, Christian McCaffrey.
Hey, shout out the best white running back of all time.
That is facts. That is facts.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
even
factual.
better than Peyton Hillis?
Yes. Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
Don't
now.
disrespect
Zach
C-Mac like
Zenner?
that.
Zach
come on.
Zenner. Oh, my God.
Are we considering Mike Allstott a running back?
No, he was
Also,
a
is he
quarterback.
white?
No,
I don't think he's white.
He wasn't white.
Caucasian? A little bit? A little
Maybe.
melanin?
Maybe.
Just a little bit?
Just a little touch of
Just a
melanin.
little bit. I do like that. C-Mac. There's some good names. Roquan Smith on there. Hawk.
Yeah.
J.C. Horn.
Hey, shout out the keys
What do you say?
to wisdom. Christian the big white truth McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, that's y'all one. Y'all got one, man.
Got one.
Y'all got one. Bro. You got to give it up, man.
Technically, that last name, we got 2. And depending on how Luke does out in Washington,
This
might
man's
be
brain
3. It might
works
be
crazy.
McCaffrey's are the only hope that we have, plus Jason Sehorn.
That's
Pick number
perfect.
9, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know if I like these names. We got Eric Flowers, Leonard Floyd, John Ross, fastest guy alive,
Yeah.
Mike McGlinchey, Ed Oliver, C.J. Henderson, Patrick Surtain II, Charles Cross, Jalen Carter, Rome Odunze. What you doing?
That's pretty easy, too. It's not John Ross, I'll tell you that.
Dang it. No, cornerback, Patrick Surtain II.
I'm doing the same.
That's right.
What do you maybe consider Ed Oliver in there? That might be the only. Leonard Floyd, actually. That might be the only ones, but you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go Pat Surtain. Even as young as he is, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
This next one might be the easiest. Even though there's some studs.
Stop
Pick
it.
number 10.
I have to go through each pick individually and evaluate.
Okay, let's see how long this one takes you to think about. This is KG on the clock. Best number 10 pick of the last decade. You got Gurley.
Oh, come on.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lions running back Reggie Bush, right?
This is probably one of the easiest picks of all time. With the
McCarthy.
10th pick in the all-decade draft.
Go blue.
Clearly, it's Eli Apple. No, it's Patrick Mahomes, who is listed on this list as a defensive end. He's not a defensive end. Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback, is definitely the easiest. I don't even need to see the rest of the day.
No,
I know.
you pick Patrick Mahomes defensive end. That's what you get.
You sure not Josh Rosen?
Not even close. Not even close.
I proofread that. How did I miss Patrick Mahomes that defense?
Yep. Sorry, JJ, but it's Pat.
He'd probably be a top 5 defensive end in the league.
Yeah.
Go. Number 11, back to the chat. Chat, we need your help. This one isn't as easy, but you got Trey Waynes, Vernon Hargraves, Marshawn Lattimore, Minka Fitzpatrick, guard Jonah Williams, tackle Mekhi Becton.
Ooh.
You got QB Justin Fields, Chris Olave down in New Orleans, Skaransky, and Olu Fashanu. Chat, we got him up there. Who's the best number 11 overall pick? I know whom I'm going with. What do you guys think? Who are you deciding between? I'm deciding between Lattimore, Fitzpatrick.
I'm probably taking Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
Would you guys consider?
I mean, Becton could be one. Yeah, but
It's Justin Fields even in consideration?
Becton hasn't been healthy enough to be considered.
No,
he's not.
What about Olave? He's had a pretty good start.
Yeah,
he has
shown flashes for sure.
But he doesn't have a consistent quarterback play.
But Minka out of Alabama.
Yeah, that's the one. Hold on, let me hit the sound for you.
Chat, what do we? Wow, actually,
yeah.
I'm gonna run this for like 25 more seconds.
Yeah. Lattimore is a close second to me, but
Agreed. But they're 57% Marshawn Lattimore right now. Chat, Lattimore or Fitzpatrick? Marshawn Lattimore, cornerback, safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. We'll give them 7 more seconds.
And while you're giving them 7 more seconds, I'd like to ask you a question, Butter, because there's been a lot of Marshawn Lattimore trade rumors going about, and I'd love to get your take on the fact that maybe the Lions would give up a pick.
He's from the Saints. You know the connection.
Yeah, AG. I mean, they have a relationship. They played. They know what they're getting in each other. Marshawn Lattimore's 100% someone to consider. I would love if they continued to add to the second. As awesome as we talk about him and improved as a secondary is, I'm down with Lattimore. Stephon Gilmore's still out there.
Yep.
These days, I've just been kind of leaning towards a safety, just with Kirby out and Brian Branch out, or I should say not back yet. But as much help in the secondary as you can get, the better. Pardon?
I said you want Justin Simmons, huh?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. I kind of would rather have Quandre Diggs from a financial standpoint.
I'm not mad at that.
I'll take either.
Bring Quandre home, baby.
Bring him home, baby.
Bring him home. All right, KG. With the 11th pick in this all-decade draft, the chat, our chat family, selects cornerback Marshawn Lattimore.
Hey,
damn. That's Minka Fitzpatrick. Wow.
That I didn't expect that to be so wide.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
But a good pick nonetheless. It's got to be one of those two. Yeah, Justin Fields, Olave. They don't match up yet. Justin Fields is still young though.
Yeah, he does.
To be determined.
They failed him in Chicago. So.
Yes. All right, just a few more. We're gonna get through this pretty quick. Pick 12, JB. Danny Shelton, Sheldon Rankins, Deshaun Watson, Vita Vea, Rashawn Gary, Henry Ruggs. There you go. There's your pick. J-Mo, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bo Nix. What about Micah Parsons?
It's just got to be him. I mean,
this is easy. KG, hit the sounder.
All right.
Maz, this pick is for you, man. With the 12th overall pick of my team, I'm taking Micah Parsons.
Now, Deshaun Watson, his first few years.
Don't do it. Don't say it.
You could have arguably put him as that pick. His first few years was crazy.
And then $24.99 got him.
Yep.
Deshaun Watson was special his first few years.
He really was. It's a shame that he's not that quarterback anymore.
I loved him at Clemson, but now you can't even love him.
Yeah.
Even like with Houston, the connection he had with Andre Johnson.
Yes.
Like,
it's a shame. It really is, man, that he's not that guy anymore. He just doesn't seem to be that guy anymore.
He's not.
Yeah, him and D-Hop went crazy.
Man, I wish we had more time to talk about this, but maybe late. How close is Jahmyr Gibbs, or how wide is the gap? Because I'd probably pick. Well, maybe you put Rashawn Gary or Vita Vea in the conversation, but I think Jahmyr Gibbs is that next number 12.
Yeah.
Maybe shoot,
in the future.
J-Mo,
J-Mo could be that in the future too.
Yeah, he's got to explode. We know Jahmyr Gibbs is just going to steadily rise.
Yeah.
Who'd you pick, JB?
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
Yeah. Clearing away, that's got to be it.
Yeah.
All right, 13, Justin.
Well, my
linemen.
last pick, I took CMC, and CMC's only good with the lineman that he's running behind. So Team Juices selects with the 13th overall pick, Laramie Tunsil. Mr. Bong Mask himself.
That's not bad.
Bong Mask. My God. I think that's the right pick. The Bong, like, how lucky.
I mean, Rashawn Slater was on that list.
Did Houston draft him or
No,
did Miami?
the Dolphins did.
Dolphins, yeah, and then he signed the record-breaking deal with Houston. But the offensive lineman at 13, like you said, Christian Wirfs, Rashawn Slater, Jordan Davis, Lucas Van Ness. You even got Christian Wilkins, Deron Payne, Hassan Reddick, excuse me.
Yeah.
They're dudes at 13.
Do you like that pick out of all those tackles? Is that probably your favorite pick? Yeah. I'm getting a little bit of Wirfs pushback in the chat, but
Wirfs or Slater are
that's tough.
They're next up, and they might pass Laramie Tunsil.
But right now, it's Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah. Wirfs and Slater are awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that whole group. Shoot, Christian
not
Wilkins
bad.
not
Yeah.
even making probably the top 4.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Hassan Reddick's not even in the top 4, probably.
Yeah, you're right. How many sacks did he have last year?
Like 13?
Yeah. It's like a 40-year-old. Well, actually, I guess. Who knows? Kool-Aid pick. We got 14, 15, and 16 to go here.
Let's tee it up.
Devontae Parker, Marcus Davenport.
Hey,
guard
so we got
Chris
some Lions.
Lindstrom.
We got some Lions love in here.
Kinlaw, Elijah Vera Tucker, Kyle Hamilton, Broderick Jones. I think Talise Fuaga could end up being in 5 years.
Yeah.
The best on this list.
Yeah,
But
he was nasty in his draft process, but yeah.
I gotta go with safety Kyle Hamilton.
Okay.
Got to.
I actually like that pick.
Hey, and you know what? Just a little bit more Kool-Aid, I might have said Marcus Davenport for what he's about to do this season.
No love for Javon Kinlaw.
We already know what he's about to do this season.
No love for Javon Kinlaw?
Man, I gotta rock with Kyle Hamilton, man.
I feel you. I ain't mad at it.
I think Kinslaw's in the top 4.
Yeah.
I actually have Chris Lindstrom second.
Yeah.
And PFF actually picked Chris Lindstrom.
Okay.
He's been one of the best guards in the league since he stepped foot.
Played for the Falcons, right?
That 2019, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's part of that stud offensive line. We're not going to talk too much about it. Pick 15. This one's a mess.
I haven't seen this one.
This one's a mess. Good luck. Good luck. Number 15 overall pick. Melvin Gordon. Corey Coleman. Don't remember him. Malik Hooker.
This is a bad list.
Don't remember him. Colton Miller.
Jesus.
Haskins, rest in peace. Jerry Jeudy, Mac Jones, Kenyon Green, Will McDonald.
Give me a
You
lot
could
too,
almost pick Latu.
Yeah. This is bad, man. And I want to kind of give it to Latu, but I haven't seen him in the NFL yet. That is a bad list, man.
Like there
I mean, Malik Hooker was good for a little while. Jerry Judy's good, but he hasn't had consistent quarterback play. R.I.P. Dwayne Haskins. It might have to be. All right. Pick his in, man. Pick his in.
All right.
With the 15th pick in the all-decade draft, I am going to go with
Hooker.
Reluctantly, Colton Miller.
The offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Was he with the Raiders?
Yeah, because I can't, in my heart of hearts, pick anybody else. Mac Jones, hell no.
You didn't want Jerry Jeudy?
Will McDonald.
Denver Broncos,
yeah, this is a shit list, man. Melvin Gordon maybe was a close second, I guess.
For like a season or two.
Yeah, like I guess. Like
that was the worst one of the first 15.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah, hey. That's why I picked randomly your
Get
spot.
the best of the crap.
You got stuck with it.
It genuinely bothers me that I don't have an opportunity to draft a quarterback. Like, I literally just looked at every single pick that I could possibly have, and there's not a single quarterback that I can
I'm the only
select.
one with a quarterback pick so far. Well, the chat had a quarterback pick, but
we had
Justin Herbert went.
Oh yeah, Herbert, and you took Mahomes.
Yes, sir. Defensive end Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes.
That's actually a good defensive end. A good, like, when we look back on this at the end, like, how many of the top picks of the last decade were quarterbacks or were wide receivers or were off? Like, we'll be able, at the end of this, we'll be able to see where did the top picks come out of.
It's okay. CMC will go crazy as the Wildcat QB for my team.
Will he be the only running back?
Yeah.
You know?
No, I think he will be.
There's a little bit more diversity, I think, as we go.
There's a lot more skill
17
position
to 32.
players that I have my eye on.
And I know there's a quarterback tomorrow, I think the last pick of the first round. That's an easy choice there. But last one. Last one
You
today
are-
of the all
you would be
decade team.
correct.
Pick 16. Chat. You're up. You're on the clock. They got 4 options for you to the side, but all of them are cornerback Kevin Johnson, Taylor Decker out of Ohio State, Marlon Humphrey, Tremaine Edmonds, Brian Burns, AJ Terrell, Zaven Collins, Jahan Dotson, little itty bitty Manuel Forbes.
Oh, this is a close
And
one
Byron
too.
Murphy.
Yeah, it's not
close.
terrible.
15 sucks. 16's got some dudes.
AJ Terrell, I like Brian Burns, Tremaine Edmonds. I mean, that's solid, man. Marlon Humphrey, yeah.
And I think Taylor Decker belongs in the top 4.
Yeah.
I put him in there and I believe it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What's the chat saying? Let me get, I got a vote, so this scoots on out of here. Oh, this is a Detroit chat.
Homer picks.
16. Barnes. Is there a Barnes?
I don't know.
Burns.
Mine's probably Brian Burns.
You can't put Decker over Burns.
Rando Smalls. Burns. It's between Burns and Decker, says Eric Allen. Dad with Tourette's. Burns for me with a close Decker second.
Hey, Marlon Humphrey getting a little bit of disrespect. That's one of the best corners in the league.
Agreed.
Tremaine Edmonds, too.
Agreed.
Yeah, but that's not on the level of the other 3.
Yeah, of course.
Honestly, I'm a Decker fan. I thought he was probably going to be 3rd with Marlon Humphrey and Brian Burns challenging for the top 2, but I don't hate it. We got Jessica Dean. I picked Decker. Reporting, Mike Reed, Burns. Eric Allen, Burns. Decker is one of the best tackles, too. Exactly.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get the love because
Close race right now.
Yeah, it really is.
Penei Sewell is special. Special.
It's tough.
Special. 42%. Taylor Decker, 37%. 10 seconds left. Heck, you know what?
I'm
You know
cooking
who-
right now.
Oh, okay, never mind. I know. PFF picked someone in 4th place. Tremaine Edmonds just took a jump.
Wow.
PFF picked Marlon Humphrey. JB, will you close down the chat?
The pick is in.
Pick is in at number 16, the best 16th overall pick in the last 10 years. With 42% of the votes, Taylor Decker, tackle Detroit Lions out of Ohio.
Tell me this is a Detroit show without telling me this is a Detroit show.
Exactly.
I'm not going to lie, guys. That's a little homer.
I'll take it.
I'll take
with
it,
this
but
one. I thought Marlon Humphrey should have been way higher.
Yeah.
I thought it probably should have been Humphrey, Burns, Decker.
yeah, with
Humphrey,
9%
Decker,
is
Burns.
crazy.
What?
9% is crazy.
Yeah, he's a stud.
I don't even know if you could put Decker over Burns.
But at least I'm glad Detroit they're giving Taylor Decker love. Like
yeah,
he deserves more
Give him
love
his
than he
flowers.
gets. You know,
Hey.
like he's not a perfect tackle, but he is way better than I think everyone thinks. Everyone gives him credit for. Like, and he's been a part of this transition from the same old Lions to the new regime, and has held down that starting role throughout. Literally,
That's probably why he's a little less heralded, and he probably deserves more, but it's probably because of the previous regimes that he was a part of.
yeah,
And the
People
fact
just
that
didn't
we have
a keen eye
Penny.
on.
yeah.
Oh, and Penei Sewell as well.
Because it gets overshadowed by Penny, no doubt. Penny gets national love for how
Yeah.
good he is.
And let's pretend that it wasn't because Taylor Decker would be better at left than the right, but Taylor Decker forced Penei over to the right side.
Yeah.
Like the best offensive lineman is not playing left tackle because of Taylor Decker and his strengths.
That's true. That's facts.
I know it's a little bit of a stretch because Penei Sewell,
Yeah.
he would probably start on the left side. You know what I'm saying.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying. But hey, that was fun. First 16 picks of the draft. Did you guys like that enough to keep it going
That
tomorrow?
was dope. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, let us know. Let us know. We can obviously fire through them faster, but I was really interested to see how this all played out. I think we all made some pretty good picks.
I wonder who had the best class so far.
I'll have a list of how it's played out so far, where the picks were, maybe the percentages too. But yeah, I thought that was fun.
In the chat said they like it as well. Dante151, I like your dad with Tourette's, 100% Broder.
Cool.
Iron Jack, keep it rolling.
Awesome. Let's just break things up. We're talking about everything, all off season. Let's talk some national football in a little different way.
Yeah,
Just look
that's
back
some
and
cool
see
conversation.
how many conversations have the Lions been in, like Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker.
Mm-hmm.
We got a center coming up at number 20. We'll see how this plays out tomorrow. But
Yeah.
hey,
Shout out Broder for putting this all together. Everyone in chat, show him some love.
Zing.
He's a legend for setting all this up. He made all those graphics. He made that list. So shout out Broder. He's a GOAT, and he deserves all the love for this segment because it's been fire so far.
Shout out.
Broder.
good guy. Thank you guys.
We love you, Broder.
It was fun. Now you guys can all go get high at Dispo Dispensary.
Yes, sir. Sound like a plan.
You can do it. You can do it. They got deals too good to miss. Too good to miss. They got a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere. They got freshest inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. So check out their stores or order on Dispo Dash today. That's Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com, your local cannabis plug.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, they are taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit, doubling the number of restaurants they have this year alone. They are known for their quality hand-battered and hand-breaded chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, and you can't forget about the New York style pizza or this Nashville hot pizza we got up on screen right here. God. I know you're hungry. Be sure to stop in and try one of their mega stations near you, or as always, you can order online at Sorokis.com.
Sorokis.
Hey, you know what? What up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off the day with the Woo Crew. Go ahead and smash that like button to support the crew. Let's just zoom. Let's just smash straight through that like goal today. We're getting close, man. So chat family, keep doing it. You know what? Soroki's is cooking. But you know what? What's trending with JBSMOOOOOV is also cooking.
Smells good,
sir.
And now it's time for the most electrifying segment on the internet. Bum, bum, bum. It's What's Trending with JB. Live on Wake Up Woodward.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Bryant.
Hey, let's rock.
Using the full government today. Well, look, I know we haven't been doing What's Trending in a while. You know, we've been off on remotes and everything like that. But, you know, I'm coming with some fire today for you guys.
Let's go.
So, on Monday, we were out at the Oakland Hills Golf Club. Shout out to them as well, too, for that Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tournament. But you guys got to remember, there is no talking during the backswing.
Wait.
That went so wrong. That went so wrong.
Whoa!
Is this a bat he hits it with, or is it a field hockey stick?
Talk about shanking it.
With.
Yeah, he shanked the hell out of this.
It is a bat.
Right in the shin.
And nobody goes and checks up on him, bro.
Nobody.
Clever, though.
Oh my God! Nobody checks up on him.
Play dumb games, win dumb prizes.
Brother, has this happened to you ever?
No, well, not often. Although we do play fungo golf. Have you ever heard of fungo golf?
I've heard of
screwing around out in the field. You got all day out in the baseball field.
Isn't there a bat called fungo, like a fungo
Yeah,
bat?
so a fungo bat's what the coaches use to hit ground balls and hit fly balls.
Yeah.
Just like a little easier to control or whatnot. So you just go around, you build like little holes around the field, and you just try to hit and putt. And you play golf on the baseball field.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. But that was clever. That was funny. It didn't go very well.
Right.
Though.
It wasn't clever for his shin.
It needs some shin guards.
Yeah.
It did not go well at all. But once again, shout out to Boonville Baseball for that one. That was hilarious. Now, I don't know if this video is old or not, but it popped up on my timeline for some reason. Tyreek Hill trying a donut for the first time.
What?
For 5 hours, those ones here.
For whatever reason, I really thought that this was going to be him actually in a car doing donuts.
Right. It looks good, but...
Why'd he bite it like that?
Yeah, I don't know why.
He smelled it, too, before he...
like, what?
That's kind of good.
Is this serious?
The first part, not good, though.
That's kind of good. Hey, why are you
holding it like that too?
He's never had one.
He's
so
weird.
weird.
A little sniff as well.
The chocolate
Looks like he's a
covered ain't
squirrel.
Oh my god.
That ain't the best one to start him off with. You got to start him off with a Krispy Kreme or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I want to see? I want to see that video side by side with Fish Girl. Just to see the savage, like he's eating it so. Takes one bite. Savage Girl just fish, just beer chugging.
You can tell she's done that before.
It's the way he smells it, bro. It's like I'm like, yo, where's your mind going to? Like, yo, that smell of that donut reminded him of something.
Hey, he should
give me that fish.
I was about to say he should be used to donuts. He should definitely be used to donuts.
Number 21.
Oh. Why?
Hey, she'll do anything, man.
Oh my god!
If she do that, I promise you she'll do anything. But that's another topic for another time.
Yeah. That's another topic for
What's
another
GYAT
time
stand for?
Yeah.
Oh, like literally, it's an onomatopoeia. Just say it.
Yeah.
Fish Girl. Got.
It means like it means ass.
I don't know if she's a gat. But,
Yeah, I don't know about.
But I'm telling y'all,
I don't know. I don't know if she's
Fish
a gat,
Girl swim in them deep waters. If y'all catch my drift.
Fish Girl does swim in
Got
deep
means
waters.
ass. Like she got a fat ass. That's what got means.
Well, it can be used for that, yes, but it can also be used to describe just anybody that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that catches your eye.
Fine girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Fish Girl fits that.
I don't think Fish Girl fits that at
She
all.
might fit
But shout out to those.
She fits something. I promise.
Shout out
y'all.
to those who, you know what, that's your girl. You know what, I'm not judging.
That's your girl. That's your girl. You know what? Caitlin Clark is my girl as well too. Because you know why? She
What?
says, "F them kids."
Oh, I see this.
She booing them kids.
Nope. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, but we ain't
Boo
causing
them
no
kids.
controversy over that, though. Oh, we ain't going crazy over that. Like, she just disrespected this kid. It's fine.
What are you babbling?
I'm just saying,
What are you
man.
babbling about, KG?
I'm just saying, all this goddamn outrage. We ain't outraged about that, though.
What about her tossing this kid's package?
Yeah.
Hey, whoa.
She started away. Just tossing his
She
package.
seems so tall.
That ain't the best choice of words. Tossing his package.
JB is he's losing it.
I wasn't
She's
expecting to go this
stunting
way.
this child's dreams.
And the walkover
She's
too.
stunning his dreams. This is an outrage. This is a travesty.
Team USA selection committee stunting her dreams too.
Yeah.
And the dreams of many girls. Think of all the 6-year-old girls out there right now that now have to wait till they're 10.
But this kid is never gonna be right again, broder.
Yeah,
Look at
man.
him. Look,
Come
he's
on, man.
distraught.
Let him be great.
Kids need to learn how to fail.
Exactly.
Oh, and she don't?
That's not
she already
failing.
did.
That was a setup.
She lost in the national championship game. She was playing in the Final Four. That's why she wasn't on the Team USA at camp with them, because she was competing. She was learning how to lose, learning how to be a teammate while growing the entire game of basketball.
If
for
she
the
set a
women's.
hard pick on that kid, I just wanted to be the same amount of outrage. That's all. I want equality across the board. That's it.
Equality across the board. 100%. 100%.
Outraged.
Now.
Outrage.
I
Boo them kids.
I told you.
Boo.
You got. Look, I told you it was going to get a little wild with this. What's trending? So, I slightly don't even want to play this video, but I just haven't been to a lot of gyms, so I don't know what exactly goes on. But I'm pretty sure they put out instructions on how to use the equipment, and instructions that don't include stuff like this.
Okay. All right, guys.
I feel weird looking at this.
I don't know what's weirder, the movement or the sunglasses.
What?
Someone in the comments said, "Bro is giving 10 sets of
Like,
yeah, you
what
like
is
that
he working
shit?"
out for though? Like, what is he working out for?
You can't talk about that live.
OnlyFans.
That man got an OnlyFans, I promise you.
Bro, his thrust game on 100.
Dog. It's funny because there is
Broder's
always one
mortified.
weirdo guy in the gym like that. There is always a guy like this in the gym.
His thrust game sliders are all the way over, bro.
Bro, he has a knee brace. He's got arm sleeves, flip flops or slides, short blue. Like that's a look.
The knee pads is what's killing me. The knee pads kill me, man.
Terry said he kind of thick though. Oh, God.
Terry.
That's
Hell no,
Florida
Terry.
man shit right there.
That's crazy.
Come on now. All right, now
I can't even work out next to that guy. Jesus Christ.
I'd be laughing too hard. I know the gym's supposed to be a safe space, but I don't think I'd be able to contain myself.
Else hit that machine like before.
Somebody else.
I'm not even jumping on the machine after him.
Somebody else get on that machine before I hop on that machine. But I'm gonna end this off on a very cleaner note. So this is the best senior prank that I've seen as of lately. They took all the desks from their class and literally lined them up outside the hallways.
Damn.
Wow.
Not
Pretty
bad.
good.
Yo, I mean, at least they're
Creative.
talented.
Yeah.
Creative.
Not
Who
bad.
has to put all that back?
They do. That's the thing. They do.
One of the senior pranks that happened at my high school was they let up crickets in our like cafeteria. Yeah, it was wild. Like a whole like huge. They like ordered like a huge box of crickets online, and then like just released them, and you could just hear for like a couple days like the noise of the cricket noise. It was wild. I couldn't believe it. It was. I don't even know what they did to like solve the issue. But they just were like, yeah, here's like 300 crickets in the cafeteria. Have fun.
That's wild. Because I understand being able to put the dust back, but how are you cleaning up 300 crickets?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think they had to call in an exterminator.
That's wild.
That's disgusting, dude. We have to ask Tammy Chen, our resident teacher in the chat. Also, if you're a teacher in the chat, let us know too. We know Tammy Chen is. She says, as a school employee, I would not be happy. LGRW, Let's Go Red Wings. Sparty follows up. Man, don't do the janitors like that. May janitor's gonna quit. Yeah, job like that, there's got to be multiple. Like, janitor can't do it all alone. He probably will quit, but you got teachers.
When we get Flannel back, we're gonna have to ask him what's some of the crazy things he's encountered.
Yeah,
we got to.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. But that's it for what's trending, fellas. Let's get back to some mailbag.
You say that like it wasn't fire. That was fire segment. What's trending? With JBSMOOOOV, that's for
especially Fish Girl as well too, brother.
Hey, she made her appearance.
Broder would do it.
You got Lizzie from Canton.
She looks pretty, but she looks disgusting.
Hey, that's what you want. Hey, that's what you want, man. She disgusted in the right ways.
Is she though? Like a fish?
You do.
I'm gonna look at this guy's face. I wish I could see this guy's facial expression.
Brother, $500. You doing it
for $500?
Yep. Hot 500 too. Burn the hole in my pocket.
Yeah, I can use some dough right now. Yeah.
So Fish Girl or
my name is Lizzie. I'm from Canton.
Hey,
she's so cute.
He do Lizzie for free. He do Lizzie for the free ball.
If you have a husband or a boyfriend, I'm sorry.
Do what you're sorry for.
What if she's like if I were her boyfriend, I would be pissed.
That's not on you.
He would know, like, wait, the GOAT Broder is after mine. The target is over here.
Right. Move aside.
See? Hey.
Man.
Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean he can't score.
Hey, sometimes when it's greatness, you got to just move over and let greatness happen.
Bars.
It's not a good way to live, guys. Respect.
Hey.
Respect. She's cute, though.
Broder can score
nice
on
job.
Patrick Waugh.
Right.
What?
I said you can score on Patrick Waugh.
Yeah. Marty Brodeur. Uncle Marty.
Dominic Hasse.
That was an awesome What's Trending segment. Especially how it ended.
That's dope, man.
Let's do our Feldman mailbag segment here. What's trending with JBSMOOOOOV? Now we're into Feldman mailbag. Get your questions in.
Yeah.
And I got a couple saved already.
Yeah. You gonna get that read?
I realized I already did it. Should we do it again?
Dope.
If you want to,
it's done, it's done.
Yeah, might as well.
Just thought about that.
Let's get right into the mailbag segment.
So
It's
Wake Up
9:53.
Woodward mailbag segment presented by the Feldman Automotive Group.
Yes, this one was from Edge, Nate Edgington, earlier in the show. Mailbag. Who should be the next statue in Detroit? Stevie Y, Isaiah Thomas, Miggy. Who should it be, boys?
Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas. Get Zeke his statue, man. He's earned it.
I mean,
you
all
talk
three of
about
them
a
deserve
culture
it.
wave. Get this thing done, man. Get this thing done. For me, it's Zeke.
All three of them deserve it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, they do.
Like it's honestly, they all should have their respective statues put up in front of their respective arenas. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Those are three of the biggest figures in Detroit sports in the last 15 years. They all, except for Miggy, brought championships to this city. But at the same time, Miggy won a Triple Crown, which is one of the most rare occasions in baseball. And they all deserve statues. And I agree, though. I don't know. I'd say the first one's got to be Stevie Y.
Hey, real quick, I got a question, just off the cuff. If the Lions win the Super Bowl, who deserves the statue more, Sheila or Dan?
Sheila.
I gotta go Sheila.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta go Sheila. But you know what?
Gotta go Dan.
You know that little park that's over there by
That Dan
Tin
Campbell
Roof?
statue would be dope.
I always wish that they could go and put some of our legendary statues in that little park over there. As you kind of just walk through, it's over there by Tin Roof, by the Comerica Park and all that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's like I do something, man. Bring a lot more of that culture because we don't forget about our sports stars. But why doesn't our city kind of corporately do the same? Why is it that we're forgetting or allowing those guys to kind of be pushed by the wayside? I wish they would do something. I mean, like even the Philadelphia 76ers walking into their practice arena, seeing all of the different, statue busts of their great players. It's like, do something, man. It would be dope.
Tammy Chan, how about Eiserman lifting the cup?
Oof,
That would be nice.
That would be awesome.
That go hard.
Can we get a Jared Goff statue, kind of like Allen Iverson stepping over Matthew Stafford? Like,
you know what?
Like you did with Lou Williams.
It's easy.
But it's easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
You know what?
Tyronn Lue.
Yeah.
Or now Travis. Hey, Travis.
Hey, with Kirby Joseph in the background, too.
Yeah, see?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Call me daddy.
I like that one.
Call me
daddy.
Daddy.
Good
The keys
hit,
to wisdom.
But that was so dirty.
Keys to wisdom. I'm going to read this. I don't have an answer for you. I don't mean to assume you guys don't. If you do, answer. Mailbag. How much of the $40 million Lions cap space could be rolled over to the next year, and how much needs to be spent or wasted?
Yeah.
I'll come prepared tomorrow. Do you guys know off the top of your head?
I do not know.
All good. Rando Smalls. Mailbag. Do you see Tarek Skubal start in the All-Star game?
Yeah.
KG?
Yes. Yes, I mean, he's the best pitcher in baseball, hands down. Now, no other Tiger will be on that team at all, but Tarek Skubal getting the start, I don't think that's outrageous. Do you, brother?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I think you consider Luis Heel from New York, Seth Lugo from Kansas City. Who else is in the mix? I'm going with
Skubal's better than all of them.
I'm going with Tarek Skubal for sure.
Yeah.
Carlos Rodon's having a pretty good year, but Skubal's been dominant. Dominant.
We got another statue suggestion.
Can I
too.
say one thing about the Tigers real quick?
Get your shit off.
Oh, boy.
They were 78 and 84 this year and are on an almost exact similar pace right now. So anyone who says that they're happy with where this team is, did you not expect some improvement this year? Did you not expect them to be better? Like, it's an absolute joke. Sorry, go ahead.
Their offense isn't, but they are.
Yeah.
Their staff is incredible. They've been struggling lately, but their staff has been better. They're playing much younger players. I think it's a much better team than last year, even with the same record. The Guardians are dominating right now. There are things that lead to losses that you can't like. It's not just the record.
Yeah. We got some a statue suggestion in the chat. Shout out to the chat family. I'm sure KG's gonna love this one. LGRW Sparty, he said a golf statue of him booing the Stafford kids.
Yes. Boo them kids.
Brendan Dillinger, statue of the kids getting booed.
Hey, all day. Because that's what we do in Detroit. We boo children. The auto industry and booing children.
Facts. Ed O'Neill, mailbag. The Lions are 10-0 at home in December and January under Dan Campbell, including playoffs.
Nice.
Does that change to 15-0 this year?
That December is a rough stretch, though. I have to look at all the games again. But
that is a rough stretch.
They got a rough stretch in December, so I don't know.
I'd be happy with 3 wins and 1 loss.
Yeah.
In that stretch.
Yeah. That's an amazing stat, but how long can you keep that up,
Good call.
Yeah.
Good stat, Ed. Good stat. I got to think about that one a little more. That might be a segment.
I think that I believe Ford Field is arguably currently the most electric place to play a home game.
Facts.
I think that we have the best environment in the National Football League.
Yeah. We've seen that environment have an effect on football games. Opposing teams having to burn extra timeouts or false starts and things of that nature. So I agree with that.
Love it. Bada bing, bada boom. Mailbag. Who are some MLB targets you'd be looking to acquire at the deadline via buy or sell? So I don't have that next level of not. I got a couple names in mind that I've talked about before, but I got to do a little bit more research to find the right fits and teams looking to sell. But I'm a big Bo Bichette and Vlad Guerrero Jr. guy.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays might be selling. I would love to go get Jazz Chisholm from Miami. Who knows what Miami's doing? Yeah.
Don't let Sam hear that. He hates Jazz Chisholm for some reason.
Sam does?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I don't.
He's excited. I mean, he's not like he's going to hit 340.
Yeah,
but
he's not like the greatest baseball player ever. But
he's excited. He can play outfield and shortstop.
Yeah.
He can be your shortstop. He can hit at the top of the lineup. He can steal bases.
Yeah.
He can put some dudes in seats too, some guys and girls.
Absolutely. Do you think And I know this probably far-fetched. Do you think Ellie De La Cruz is possibly available, like maybe via trade?
No.
No?
If he is, whatever it takes to get him.
Because what are the Reds doing? Like, honestly.
What are they ever doing?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, that was just a question.
I would love if he were available. I mean, he's so exciting to watch.
Yeah.
It's way too early for them to trade him. If they do, the Reds should sell their team. They should Oakland Athletics it. Like you can't get rid of a player like that.
Yeah.
A position player like that. As you know, we've been having a Scooball conversation.
Yeah.
But the young excitement with a bat, a guy that can do all 5 tools.
Mm-hmm.
He has all 5 tools. You don't move on from that.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. If not tomorrow, next week, I'll have some more, and especially with some more front office flannel conversations coming up in the next month and a half. I'll have some more names, some of the non-top tier guys maybe. We have one more maybe. Shad. Mailbag. If Weaver was in full control of the 2020 draft, who would he have picked with the 3 picks he had?
I don't think he picks Killian, though, to be honest. I don't know who he picks. I don't think it would have been Killian.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been Killian either. The other 2 picks, those are kind of Weaver-esque picks, and he does have connections to Sadiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart from the AAU days.
I'm still mad about that Sadiq trade, bro.
Yeah, and he was traded for a guy that's connected to somebody else, but that's a whole nother story too. But yeah, I don't believe it would have been Killian Hayes.
All right.
Yeah.
Tyrese?
You would like to think it would have been Tyrese Halliburton. You would have, but there were a lot of other teams, 6 other teams that passed on Tyrese Halliburton as well.
Yeah.
So,
Brother, will you alley-oop me this Dante 151 question real quick?
oh, I see it.
If you got to read it.
Yeah, which player heading into the NHL free agency would you like the Red Wings to go after?
Perfect.
That dude, Justin. What up, though?
Number 1 is Reinhart from Florida. They're not going to be able to resign everyone from the Stanley Cup team. They're probably going to win the Cup, which also lets guys be like, all right, we won a Cup here. I've accomplished what I need to here. I'm going to go chase a bag. And we'd give Reinhart a bag. And I want to see that very badly. I also think I'm also leaning towards Key asked about Kane. I think that we will end up re-signing Kane. The odds are in our favor. He wants to be on a Stanley Cup contender, and the only true threat to taking Kane away is him going back to Chicago.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Steve Stamkos? I see Chase Stamkos.
I think that's a fever dream.
Over Reinhart.
I think that's a fever dream because Stamkos is probably going to be more expensive. He's also older, and he doesn't necessarily fit our timeline. Our timeline is still 2 years away. And I'm talking about winning the Stanley Cup. Like, we're 2-3 years away from that point, and that is when you bring in a vet like that can instantly make an impact, but I don't think in 2 to 3 years Stamkos is really going to be at a very productive point of his career.
Hey, well said. Is that a show?
That's it, baby.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to everybody, especially in this chat, for supporting us today. Definitely go ahead and smash that like button if you already haven't. Shout out to Bodo as well, putting together the NFL Draft All-Decade team.
Got you.
Good job today, my brother. Shout out to that dude, Justin. Shout out to you for everything that you do for us. Flannel Sam, we love you, brother. Enjoy that vacation, that time off. You definitely earned it. He's probably still somewhere preparing, though.
Yeah. We seen him in the chats yesterday, so he's lurking.
He's lurking away. Let's get this thing going, man. Hey.
Spalding.
Let's rock. Let's rock. Shout out to our elite, our illustrious, our wonderful, our stupendous booth. I'll start here in the sound booth with our #1 draft pick. That's Detroit's #1 draft pick, KG, a.k.a. Black Hollywood.
Yes,
AKA
sir. Yes, sir. Another great week of shows, man. We're going to have a crazy, silly Friday show tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Appreciate everybody in the chat. All the love, man. And you know my saying, let's keep this shit rolling.
Hey, let's keep it rolling. Hey, you know what? Wake the people up real quick, KG.
Wake up out of your sleep.
Let's go. Over here in the TD booth, it is Woodward Sports' MVP, JBSMOOOOOV, and I'm so glad we got Friday.
I'm so glad tomorrow's Friday. It's been a long week, but Friday is about to be an epic show. I really, truly believe that. It's going to get wild, and it's going to get off the hinges. Shout out to everyone in the chat, especially you, Charles, as well, too, for reaching out. Hey, this is your home for any support that you want to get your talk off. Just hit us up, call.
Big facts.
We've had some good calls this week. Charles, Eric, I know Ed O'Neill, and others, man. Thank you guys. Continue to call in, continue to support us. We appreciate it. Shout out to our credentialed Tigers and Lions reporter and writer for the network, that is Matthew Broder.
Thank you.
Hey,
I got a knuckle curve coming in hot for Jessica Dean on the way out.
Okay.
Right. The wrong way.
Let's rock. That's Broder. And I love that dude. It's your boy Brandon Dan, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Detroit Pistons reporter and writer. it's been a show. We appreciate you guys for making it a good one, choosing to kick off today with the Woo Crew. Hope you guys have a blessed one. Let's rock. Wake up, Woodward.